All right. What is up? Am I a little late? Yeah, maybe by a hair or two, but you know what? We're here. I was figuring out the green screen. It's raining where I am, so I gotta, survive the monsoon. I live in California, so anytime it rains, everything goes sideways. So forgive me if I'm a little out of it for a second here, trying to get everything set up all clean while people file in here. If I could, the day I figure out this green screen, we're throwing a party. I swear. What is up, Mohammed? What is up, Otis? You guys called it. I don't know why it says your YouTube handles and not the names. I don't care for that at all, but whatever. Yeah, one of the best games on Thursday so far. It was a fun one. If you don't like that game, you don't like the sport of football. But thankfully, everyone in here likes the sport of football. So it worked out. Unlike this green screen, which I don't think will ever be figured out till the day I die. I literally think you buy a green screen on Facebook Marketplace for what? What's the point? My God. All right, so we're going like this. We're rolling like this. This doesn't look half bad. I look a little staticky. Don't know what's going on. How's it going? It's going well. How are you guys doing? I'm a little upset that it's saying the YouTube handles in the chat now and not people's names. I think that really delegitimizes this whole thing. But, I recognize the people. You did call it, though, Otis. You did say. You said, watch out. You've been pretty good calling these primetime games. I can't lie. So exciting stuff. Great game. And I want to talk about it a lot. I get that it's late in some places. So if some people don't make it in, that's fine. But let's talk Bills Texans. And we're also going to do our team tier list later. So hopefully that works out. Let me just pull this up really quick. That way I can make sure I don't look like a crazed psycho on this stream real quick. So let me just pull this up. We have 4 people in here. Drop a like if you haven't already, obviously. Okay, I do not like how this shirt makes my skin look, but whatever. I look very red and like Larry the Lobster right now, but it's all good. Drop a like if you haven't already, obviously. Anyways, so here we are. Thursday Night Football, waiting all day for Thursday night. Okay, let's talk about Bills Texans. So Josh Allen was sacked 80 times for 70 yards. That'll be the big story, because if we're being honest with ourselves, and this hurts to say, it really does, because I don't want to delegitimize the Houston Texans. That 4th and 23 something was like that was awesome. The lateral is the most underutilized football mechanic, bar none. It works a good amount of the time for big plays. Joe Brady drew up a great one, and that's the kind of thing that gets you hired as a New York Giants head coach. Honestly, congratulations, Joe Brady. You might be going to New York after that one. That was sick. And the Bills were able to run the ball pretty effectively, but this was what I like to call a defensive game, so to speak. 23-19, pretty sure that's the under, I'd imagine. Maybe not, actually. What's that, 52? No, it's a little less. Yeah, it's like 42. Yeah, I can't add. Yeah, 42, not a high-scoring game, but when people say, like, oh, I like defensive matchups, it's like no one likes watching a game that's 7-3 or 10-7. A defensive matchup has sacks and, more importantly, turnovers. Hell, maybe even sprinkling some special teams. And this game had that. It had that sick Ray Davis kickoff touchdown. It had, I want to say it was Lassiter who got that interception. I'm just making that up, though. That interception that should have been taken back for a touchdown, but there was a block in the back. Oh, both of them were Kalen Bullock. So Bullock, and once he got that second touchdown, spoiler alert if you didn't watch the game, once Kalen Bullock got that second touchdown, I believe it was Will Anderson who said into the camera, AFC off Defensive Player of the Week right here. It's like, wow, you're probably right. 2 picks on prime time is probably enough. One coach will break a football with heavy lateral move in college at least someday. Agreed. Oh, I completely agree. 100%. It's something that people don't utilize enough. It's like the only thing about building your team around the lateral is that once you do it once or twice, everybody's like, all right, they're the lateral team. Watch out for that. And then it's not as cool, and then it doesn't work as well. But every time you bust out a lateral, like any good coach, again, I know it's Mahi. I hate how it's handles. I got to be able to change that, right? There's got to be a way for me, the YouTuber, to change the way this looks. I do not care for seeing people's handles, but again, it is what it is. And only 3 years the Patriots are back on top. At least I know how to deal with idiot Patriot fans. They're at least allowed to talk. John's here, kind of out of nowhere thing to say, but John is here. But this was a good game, guys. I had a lot of fun with it, honestly. Like, big plays, dumb turnovers, a lot of sacks. Josh Allen, we're not going to reflect the Hunna's Hill until next Monday, but, they say sacks are a QB stat, and I think that's a bit, I don't know, of an oversimplification. But on this one, a few of them sure felt like it. A few of them sure felt like it when it comes to Josh. I mean, 8 sacks, that's not strictly on the offensive line. Yes, the Texans D-line is for real, and the Texans have a defense. You can hang your hat on that. I wish the Giants could you imagine the Giants getting 8 sacks in a game? Whatever, we're not talking about the Giants. What I'm saying is, Josh Allen did a terrible job picking up blitzes. He looked like Caleb Williams out there, running around, trying to make it work with his legs. Blitzing Godzilla 117, I'm assuming that's John Lee. Kept throwing to that dude not on my fantasy team, Nico. Yeah, no, Nico Collins, he was pretty absent in that second run. So it just American Dragon Son. Hey, what's up, man? Everyone, seriously, everyone leave a like. Yeah, what's up, guys? But yeah, no, I'm a little late tonight, but it wasn't like jump off the page impressive out of the Texans either. Like, they just had really good field position. They took advantage of the Bills' mistakes, and they didn't make any of their own. Davis Mills, no interceptions. I don't think they had any fumbles. Yeah, no fumbles. Khalil Shakir, that bad fumble too, which I thought looked like a drop on initial look, but they called it a fumble. It stood. So the Bills got sacked 8 times and turned it over 3 times. So it's like, how do you not lose that game? Hurts is better than Allen. Well, let's not get too excited, Blake Robinson. Let's not, let's keep it in our pants now, man. Jeez. But what I will say about it is, Josh Allen didn't have a great game. And it's not just about sacks or interceptions. He threw the ball well. It wasn't like throwing wild passes or bad reads. Although on that last 4th down to end the game, Josh really misread it. He had a wide open tight end course. Either way, it was offensive PI, so he didn't throw it right. But and it's funny because the Texans got all that. 2 turnovers going into that last drive. 2 turnovers and 2 turnovers and 8 sacks. And yet the Bills were a couple plays away from just outright winning the game. Football is a crazy sport, guys. I don't know if you've heard or not, but football's wild, man. It's crazy how a game can be shifted so much. But hey, here we are, right? Talking about how the Texans are a really good defense. Yeah, Sniper Away, Texans defense masterclass. Did it switch everyone to their channel handle now? Yes, it did. And I don't care for it. So if I misrecognize someone, please let me know. But I got them all pretty down. American Dragon Son. I'm assuming that's American Dragon's disciple. So, we'll follow it. Still making a defense, not all move on one player, having to stay back, watching a lateral is dangerous. I'd argue when the other team knows your lateral will become more dangerous. Yeah, that is true. Getting the defense to overthink. I saw a clip today of Jameis telling the Packers Giants were going to kneel it for a play. I'm assuming at the end of half or something. And he's like, we're going to kneel it. And I think that's so smart. One time in my adult flag league, whatever, it's a story. One time in my adult flag league, someone's like, I got a slant. What are you going to do about it? And in my head, I'm like, screw this guy. I can cover him easily. But then I start second guessing myself. I'm like, is he going to run a slant or is he lying to me? Out route. And that little bit of hesitation, that little bit of friction was enough to have him beat me. He beat me on the route. So I think kind of being the lateral team, like the Bills could become, or the Lions or the Chiefs. The Chiefs have lateraled once or twice, that's for sure. It's like, hey, it's, keeping the defense on their toes is not bad. You're going to get them on tilt real quick. So I don't know. I think the lateral is an underutilized thing, and that 4th down play was sick. Made me very happy as a football fan. Why is fake kneel not a play? Who would ever be in a position to do that? Like, let's kneel it out. And then, I guess at the end of a game or end of a half, but even then, I don't know. I feel iffy about it. I feel kind of icky about it. I'm going to pretend like I don't notice myself in the green screen just flickering right now. It's definitely not bothering me a bunch. Didn't watch most of the game, but at the point this question needs to be asked, just like the Chiefs, are the Bills overrated / pretenders? I think that's an interesting question that Lorenzo, I got to remember everyone's names now. This sucks. YouTube, I'm mad. YouTube, I'm mad that you did this handle thing. I got to be able to go in and change it. I so much prefer people's names. But anyways, but no, that's an interesting point you bring up, Lorenzo. And we're going to do our team's tier list. I'll just open it up right now. But I think what we're realizing this year is the NFL has never been so close to the middle. And I think with that, we're so accustomed to watching the Bills, the Chiefs, and hell say it, Philly. All these teams dominate when in reality, everyone's pretty good. It really is any given Sunday. The Shador Browns can win a game, crazy as that may sound. So it's like Super Bowl or bust, yeah, but to be honest, is it really Super Bowl or bust for the Patriots or the Seahawks? Do we really think the Lions are in a Super Bowl or failure position? No, they're not even that good. They're not even that good. They lost to Philly, who's a whole tier below them. The Rams are maybe an outlier because they have an aging quarterback and a coach that looks like he has one foot out the door. But in general, you look at all these teams and it's like, well, I think all of them are kind of at the same point of like, well, we could win the Super Bowl this year, but nothing's guaranteed. Hell, throw the Broncos in there. Put the Bears. Why not? The Bears are the 3 seed. Why not? Get the Jags. So I think it's like the NFL's middle has never been so large and wide. I mean, it feels like any team can win any game. Let's not forget the Giants beat the Eagles, okay? Greatest moment of my life. Any team, and that's not new. Any given Sunday's been a thing for a while, but I think it's happening so frequently now to where like these supposed perfect contenders are losing in these primetime games. Look at the Steelers losing to the Bengals in Thursday Night Football just a few weeks ago. The Bills losing to the Dolphins just a few weeks ago. And again, maybe that's an indictment on the Bills. Maybe they're not that good. Maybe the Bills just straight up aren't that good, which is crazy because they were able to run the ball. But at the end of the day, if Josh is going to turn it over twice and they're going to let 8 sacks go, I don't know. I don't want to overreact. But I think any team can compete. And I'll tell you what, the Texans are moving up. They're moving up because this is a defensive line that can get to the quarterback. Getting 8 sacks on the Buffalo Bills is something to hang your hat on. That is one of the best O-lines in football. So well done, Houston. Round of applause for the Texans. Anyways, it's my King Larry Bird used to do. I used to do stuff that when I was a linebacker, even though I wasn't blitzing. Hey. Yeah, oh, he just like chirp people. Keon Coleman not playing because he missed meetings is funny. I agree. It's kind of awkward seeing him on the sideline, not even suited up. It's like, no, you're not. There's no chance. We'd rather lose than have you play, Keon. Have to start Shador because all 3 of my quarterbacks are out this week. I think I'm going to start Shador for the bit. I think so. Hope Shador is good. Yeah, I hope he's the god the media says he is. Yeah, same. I really do. I think I'm going to play him for the bit. Fake Neil Lennon of half defense just ready to go sideline pass to receiver for a touchdown could work every now and then. Yeah. It could kind of make you an asshole among league circles, but hey, it's worth a shot. Patriots tried at the end of the regulation in Super Bowl 51 and Deion Lewis got injured. Jeez. TNF curse, take the underdog every time unless it's the Jets. Yeah. But even the Jets can put together a crazy win every now and again. Anything is possible. Didn't Abdul Carter do the same thing? Yeah, but Abdul Carter's sick, and he just got benched for a drive. And he was getting recovery. He has cleared his name. He said, I was getting recovery. It's a whole different situation. You didn't hear? Bills really need to make a deadline wide receiver movement. It's costing them. Yeah. Who? The Jets wouldn't have traded Breece Hall in division, would they? Again, why would the Bills even go for a running back? You're right. The Bills needed a receiver. Imagine the Bills just backed up the Brinks truck for Justin Jefferson, just like they did with Diggs. We'll send you a 1 and something else for Jettas. And then you can figure out J.J. McCarthy in your own time. Who knows? They said Keon Coleman could get cut. I mean, damn, if he's not going to suit up. If he's not going to suit up, then what's the point? Speaking realistically, the Jets the only underdog who blew it last week. Yeah, but the Jets have figured it out, especially with Tyrod. But what was the Thursday game last week? What we have? Was it an upset? Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Jets blew it. Yeah, that's what you were talking about. That's what you're talking about, Jarv. I forget that Jarv like knows football better than I do. This James Cook run was sick, by the way. I'm not going to play because I don't want to get in trouble, but that helped me in fantasy. Okay, but you're right. The underdog. Hell, the Raiders could have won this game. Okay. Then we had, I think this is Steelers Bengals, right? Oh, Ravens Dolphins. Okay, again, the Ravens won by a healthy sum. The Dolphins were close at some points. The Dolphins almost scored a touchdown. I guess this wasn't really much of an upset. Maybe we're making this whole Thursday night upset thing up. Bengals game, this Bengals-Steelers game like changed my life. Eagles, Giants, Rams, Niners. I'm pretty sure the Rams were a pretty hefty favorite at that point, especially with Mac Jones. Seahawks, Cardinals, that was anyone's game. I'm pretty sure Seahawks were favored though. Dolphins competed. They lost, but they competed. So I'm just saying, like, we're getting into week 12. And it wasn't like this was some crazy upset. I mean, 4.5, 5 points is something. But what shocked me really is the fact, if you told me before this game started that Davis Mills would have less turnovers, that Davis Mills would have the same amount of touchdown passes as Josh Allen has interceptions, I would be like, wow, did they both, what is that, 0? No, man. Davis Mills flipped Josh Allen's score and wasn't sacked once, by the way. That is a bad look on the Buffalo Bills, defense-wise. Now, they had some good stops. Now, after that one interception, let me pull it up on the play-by-play. I see we got Andy Sams in the chat now. What's up, Andy? But look, where was it? It was right. This was such an L. Where is it? It was right here. Yeah. First play, intercepted. They pick six it, but the touchdown's nullified by an illegal blindside block. So dumb. And the Texans defense, give them credit. Negative 2-yard run, negative 5-yard pass. And then they're playing with field position. Then they force them to 3. That's not bad. But then again, and then the Bills go 0 touchdown. Oh, because it was a kickoff return. I was like, the Bills go 0 yards. Now it's a kickoff touchdown. But then, somehow, some way, Texans were able to move the ball down the field. They did exactly what they needed to at the end of the half, too. This was clock's running, dude. They had 5 seconds left after this was done. Clock's running. So the Texans just made the most out of their opportunities, pretty much. And they didn't make mistakes. And when you do that, you can beat any team, especially at home on prime time. A Bills team that is 2-3 on the road. A Bills team that is 1-2 over the last 3 weeks. A Bills team that, lost to Miami and lost to Houston. This is a team that's going to struggle to play on the road. And I got news for you. If the Patriots keep winning and the Bills don't figure it out soon, they're going to play on the road in the postseason. Play it probably the whole time. The Bills will be a bona fide wild card. They will be on the road. And Bills Mafia, Highmark Stadium, will not be able to see another playoff game because the Pats are probably going to take the division. Well, this is a big game, 12-14, Patriots-Bills. We will see what happens here. And this isn't like the toughest end-of-world schedule. Like, you can win, I'll say it, all of these games, especially this one. But is this Bills team that we've seen here tonight going to win 6 straight, run the table? I don't think so. The same team that lost to Atlanta and the Dolphins and and the Davis Mills Texans, you really think they're going to beat the probably Joe Burrow Bengals? A Steelers defense that will be able to get to Josh Allen if they look how they look tonight. A Patriots team that's red hot. A Shador Sanders Browns team. That's the biggest if of them all. You might get the Jets on a down week, and you might get the Jets aren't resting their starters, so I don't even know. And then you might get Philly. That's possible. But I just want to lay out a scenario for you of the Bills are a team that are struggling on the road. They've lost 3 games on the road, which, the Giants have also lost more than 3 on the road, but still, not the point. But the Bills have lost 3 games on the road, and they're probably going to play on the road a lot to end out this season. 3 road games and then the playoffs. So I don't know. If I were a Bills fan, I wouldn't be hitting the panic button, but this did kind of feel like a Super Bowl or bust year with the AFC as wide open as it is, and they just can't cash it in. But yeah, let me see what you guys are talking about. Even the Giants. Also for rankings, go ahead and throw us in black-red version of Jets Giants tier. Well, the Giants have their own special tier. Don't worry. They have their own special tier, but the Falcons are moving down for sure. They will not be game script warriors. They're moving down a lot. Would have been full circle because JJ was drafted by the pick the Bills gave for Diggs. Yes. See, that's what I mean. Full circle moment. Why not? Old man Brandon Cooks equals future Bill. Yeah. I think he's already been there, no? I think he's already been there. But yeah, get Brandon Cooks. He's a free man. Saints fans were like, what the hell? He's one of the best wide receivers on the roster. Why'd we cut him? This was such a good warm-up for Shador's game. A good appetizer before the main feast of Raiders-Browns. And like I said, if you don't tune in on the Sunday streams, which I think the bulk of you do, we are going to be watching strictly Raiders-Browns in that window. Strictly. My flag football Gale is here. Flag football team is off this week, so we will be able to do it. I might just do the whole day. We might go from morning through the prime time. Why not? Shoot. But yeah, please stream the Shador Sanders. We will. Do not worry. We will be here. Apparently in the Raiders TNF game, Raiders-Broncos, Alex Singleton had like 9 tackles, knowing he had early signs of chest cancer, got surgery the next morning. See, like, that's very cool. But it also kind of makes sense. It's like a Breaking Bad situation. It's like, I got to leave what I can. I got to do what I can while I still have this time. This come to earth moment. 9 tackles, though, is wild. I hope you wore a cup. But yeah, Texans defense is for real. I agree, Jarv. The Texans defense is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Who doesn't love the Texans defense? JJ's aura needs to be out studied when signing the camera 15-0 in the natty to becoming 9. He's sick. That clip has been trending too. They're like, he handed the ball off this entire time in college. Congratulations, JJ. You won a natty. And he got his way up to being the 12th pick. People thought he should have been the 6th pick. They were like, how could the Giants take this weird guy, Malik Neighbors, when JJ McCarthy's right there? Michael Penix is right there. Got to give Joe Shane credit where you can, Jarv. Yeah, the pressure was building. They were like, hey, take a quarterback, Joe Shane. Get your guy. And he's like, no, what? No, thanks. We're taking the best player available. Got to give credit where it's due. Biggest preview you have in defense game that's interesting. At the end of the game, you don't want to blow your brains out. Exactly, Mohammed. That's what I was getting at. Exactly. Because there were turnovers. And it felt like both defenses were playing really well. Turnovers and sacks. That's how you make a game interesting if you're a defense. And again, it's not up to the defense to make the game interesting or watchable. But as a fan, it's fair for us to comment on which games are entertaining and which aren't. Good luck versus Philly D-line. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe Jordan Davis can, maybe Jordan Davis can spit on someone again. Or Jalen Carter, my bad. Jordan Davis would do it too. Anyways, Bills will be a first-round exit and fall to the Pats. Why not? Shoot. Imagine saying that before the season started. Be like, a fully healthy Bills team will lose to the Patriots in the playoffs. It's nuts. It's an impossible game of predicting because the Bills can either look like the 07 Patriots or the 16 Browns. Yeah! They're very up and down, as any team is. The Chiefs lost to the Jags. It's good to see Trevor high on Hunn's Hill. Crazy T-Law led offense to put up 29 on that Texans defense. He's got a point. Guys, he's got a point. It took me a minute to get to the comment, Gale, but guys, he has a point. With the stream delay, me catching up to the chat is probably so annoying, but we'll figure out how to do that later. But yeah, Gale, as you can see, Trevor moved up. That was mainly a rage bait pick, but whatever. Sure. Ahead of Jalen Hurts. Anyways, I want to do this team re-ranking though. We're 21 minutes into this stream. I plan on going longer, but I want to do this team re-ranking to really start a dialogue, all right? So here we are. Hunn's Hill Team Edition is Thursday night tiers, right? Okay. Giants are sticking. We don't really have to do this too much, right? Like the Raiders, man, they lost to the Cowboys. The Jets, blow. Saints didn't play. Browns are, they lost. Perfect timing. The Miami's putting together some gritty wins. I'll call it. They're moving up to game script Warriors. Congrats. Washington could win every game from here on out. I don't care. Cardinals, they lost. Not too excited about them. They're not good. I'm not going to call them good. Jacoby Brissett can break it. He can break the passing yards record. He can break the touchdown record. I don't want to watch the Cardinals, and let's be honest, neither do you. Gale still refuses to believe T-Law is a good quarterback. Jags defense looked really good. That's why they destroyed the dumb Chargers. Well, come on, Otis. Let's be fair. We can't move the goalpost now. Trevor put up numbers, and Volix is here. What is up? What a game. Agreed. Please don't touch my commander. I won't. They're not moving down. They're not good. They're not good. I don't want to watch them. You know what? I'm renaming this. Don't want to watch. Time with punctuation tonight. Don't want to watch. Simple. All right. Bengals. I'm going to leave them here. Did the Bengals win? I don't even remember, but I'm excited for Joe Burrow to come back. So that's just kind of me tentatively waiting. Oh, that's right. They got stomped. We'll leave them there. Panthers. Guess what? Moving up to mid and lame. Don't care. They've got a better record than a lot of these teams, and I'm a fan. I like watching them. Falcons, really bad. Sorry. Didn't want to overstep, but you know what? At the end of the day, that's where we're at. I'm sorry. Falcons are really bad. It's not even that I don't want to watch them. They're really bad. Like, it's a disaster. Not to dunk on American Dragon here, but man, I don't care for watching the Falcons. I don't. And it's not even like I don't want to. I mean, I guess don't want to watch would be the right tier. But to be honest, like the vibes have never been lower in Atlanta. And if they had their first round pick, I'd be in don't want to watch. But the fact that they don't is just a complete train wreck. You're going to want to watch Cards Jags for the 405 slot. And I don't think I will, Gale. I don't think I will. No clue how the Chargers are a tier above the Jags. I haven't updated it yet, fellas. Damn. I haven't updated it. You got the Gale tier here. I should full screen it, actually. Presentation mode. All right, here we go. Nice. Okay. Now we're cooking. That's all you can ask for. I'll never call T-Law a good QB, just like being a dark arch hater since day one. Clemson hate, Jags hate dumb long hair. Now we are terrible. That's the thing. I don't want to say they're terrible, but your front office is garbage, and our front office is garbage. There's no hope. They're not the sharpest group. That's for sure. I keep saying like every team, like the middle's getting bigger and how every team's smart. Falcons are kind of the outlier. Cardinals on upset watch. All right, Ann. Let's take it easy. Take it easy. Also, I watched Scarface. We can totally talk about it. I watched Scarface. Not that good. Please feel free to debate me in the comments. Scarface, not that good. That's my take on it. Kind of stupid. That's my review of Scarface. Kind of stupid. Okay. Packers equal underperforming. I know. I got to keep going on this list. Okay. Patriots. I mean, not Patriots. Steelers. I don't know why I said Patriots. Steelers. Steelers are tricky because they find ways to win. They're mid and lame. I hate watching them. Steelers beat the Bengals by a healthy margin, but they look like a different team every week. They're mid and lame, and I refuse to put them in this tier. Yeah, don't care. Cowboys aren't under. God, I gotta make another tier, don't I? I gotta make another tier. Okay, we're gonna do this. Don't worry, Gail. Your tier's safe. Hold on. Hold on. What is going? I hate this website. They make whatever. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Here we go. Bang. We're renaming this tier. There we go. Perfect. There it is. Good, but I don't like them. Good, but I don't like them. That's Steelers and Cowboys right there. Right there. Vikings are going to stick. Vikings are going to stick and underperforming. I think that's about right. Texans. Texans are moving up. But I don't like them. Good, but I don't like them. We split the tier. We split the tier. Chad Janty and BTJ for Brees Hall. No. No. It's a perfect movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's not. How is it a perfect movie? Oliver Stone wrote it and Robert De Palma directed. It was not a perfect movie. The dialogue was dumb as all hell. Arthur Blank's an idiot. Well, that's fair. He's in the Atlanta Hall of Fame. How could he be idiots? Giants are tier makers. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, don't worry. They're Giants. Is this a list where the Titans finally go below the Giants? No, man. Giants have that spot earned. Giants have earned that spot. I might have to make a whole nother tier for this whole bad team thing, but for now we're going to stick. Cowboys offense is fun to watch. They are fun to watch. I feel like having mid and lame is just not... That doesn't make any sense to have that above good, but I don't like. I hate all these teams, guys. Not to yell. I hate all these teams, man. I do. I do. Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. All right, where do we put the Jags? Where do we put the Jags? Yeah, we're gonna put them right there. We're just gonna move it just like that. Just like that. Chargers, underperforming. Sorry. Tough luck, Chuck. Broncos, full on contenders. They are. They are. Broncos are full on contenders. It hurts me. It really does, but they are. Bears, I don't want to hate on the Bears. We got a lot of Bears fans coming in and out of here. Levi and such. I don't want to hate on the Bears. And you know what? Just for the bit, they're going ahead of the Packers, but I don't know what to name this tier. Should I just good? Great. Good, I guess. There you go. Good, I guess. There you go. Gotta have Jags above Panthers and Chiefs. Nah. I mean, the Jags should go ahead above the Panthers. This is an imperfect list. This is an imperfect list. If the Bears played the Jags, who would win? Who would win that game? Probably the Jags. The Bears played the Panthers. They're probably the Jags. In fact, the Jags, I think, did win that game. Yeah, they did. Well, all right. I don't know why. I always pander to Gale. But Gale, there you are. Done. Simple. Steelers are so unlikable, there isn't a reason why. No, there's a reason. Their fans are very entitled, much like Giants fans. However, they're also super boring to watch, in case you forgot. Scarface has been ripped off so much it doesn't age well when you go back and watch it. You know what? You're probably right. But the dialogue's what killed me. It wasn't even that like, oh, this is so unoriginal. It was the dialogue like got me. I appreciated the sets. The acting was solid, a little melodramatic, but whatever. But the dialogue killed me, and the story just felt so damn rushed. I don't know. It's like, why is this guy like a crazy millionaire? And the scene, I don't want to spoil Scarface for you, but there's a scene where he like takes out his boss, so to speak. And I just thought, I'm like, what is the cause for this? What is the point? What's the point? I don't know. It's to find a generation of Cholo Girl and Pothead t-shirts. That's great. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, and Supreme made a little collab, but honestly, to be quite frank, I didn't care for it. If you want to watch an elite Al Pacino movie, watch Heat. Okay. That's a good take. It's a good take. Bears should be a little closer to the end of mid and lame. No, the Bears are good. Bears are good, man. Good, I guess. Definitely Panthers. I mean, 26-10's embarrassing. Heat's amazing. It's a Michael Mann's best movie. Watch out, Bills. Bears. I'm really high on the Bears. Bears would win. I just ignored that. Goodfellas holds up. I'm sure. Was it Pacino's fake Cuban accent? That's exactly it. Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time next to Moneyball. Moneyball is one of my favorites as well. That movie's so good. It's my favorite sports movie easily. Bam. Also, Jags would definitely beat the Bears. What are y'all on? I think, oh man, they haven't played, right? I think that might be our Super Bowl, guys. Buckle up. That just might be our Super Bowl. Let's look at the games the Jags have won. I feel like they're like not super impressive wins, but then they gave belt to ass to the Chargers. It's like they lost to Houston, which, you know, Trevor put up some points, but they did lose. They lost to these guys are Super Bowl contenders. They lose to since he sucks, but that was a while ago. Let's move the goalposts. Beat the Chiefs, Niners, beat the Raiders. That's something. Jeez, I don't know if the Jags would beat the Bears. We're gonna leave it like this for now. I don't want to put the Bears in contenders yet. I'm just not buying Caleb Williams long term, but sure, why not? A Scarface video game that came out in 04. It's like an alt universe where he survives. Well, hold on, spoiler. But no, Scarface was a solid GTA ripoff. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Scarface game. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. No, isn't GTA, I want to say 3? Yeah, GTA 3, Vice City, just a Scarface movie. Isn't that the whole thing? Push it to the limit. 80s, like Miami Vice. I don't know. I like it. Since it was a robbery too. Bears have too many weapons to not be heard from. I'm rolling with this. Since he was a robbery. That's so funny. All right. Let's move the Eagles up. It's my list. I'm not putting them in Super Bowl or bust. I don't care. I'll move the Lions down. I won't move the Eagles up to it. I won't do it. You can't make me. Lions are moving down. Jared Goff can't play under pressure. They lost to the Vikings 9. All right. I'm all over the place. Broncos are moving up. I hate them. You know what? Doing it again. We're making another tier. Yep, guys, history has been made. We're doing another tier. Here we go. Nope. There you go, Blake. There you go. I hate these teams. They're probably Super Bowl or bust, but my bias is showing, and I refuse to give them the credit that they're deserved. Okay, Chiefs, kind of a train wreck, just straight up. And I don't think, and Tampa, they lost to the Bills last week. It wasn't their strongest outing, but I like them. I do. I'm moving them right there. Wow, do it. No thanks. My bias is showing. There you are. Congrats. Made a whole new tier. Why not the stupid Colts? Why not? Moving them to the top. Ravens look good, but not great. This whole tier. I might move the Jags above all these teams. There's a knock on all these teams, to be honest with you. And there's not much movement up here, by the way. Pretty much none. So there you go. All of a sudden, this is kind of the tier list. Like Super Bowl or bust hasn't changed. All these contenders are kind of like letdowns, to be honest with you, other than the Colts. Hell, should I move the Colts up to Super Bowl or bust again? Dare I? One time. Super Bowl or bust. The season's a failure if the Colts don't win at all. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. You look at all these teams. It's like, I think the Texans could beat all these teams. Like, I do. I think if the Texans played any of these teams 5 times, they'd win once. Which might not make them that unique, but the Texans played the Rams, right? That happened. Who have the Texans played? Are the Texans like good? Yeah, they lost to the Rams, but it was a close one, 14-9. They lost to Tampa, close one. Lost to the Jags, 1 possession game. Lost to the Seahawks, 1 possession game. Denver, 1 possession game. Hell, man, you flip these scores. Texans are undefeated. Look, they brought belt to ass on the Titans, killed the Ravens, beat the Niners by 11, beat the Jags. Sorry, Gale, but beat the Jags, beat the Texans. You don't just march into Tennessee and win that game. All right, that's well earned. I also love these alts. They should wear them more often. They're fun. My sister was talking about them. She's like, I like these helmets and jerseys. I'm like, me too, girl. Damn. So we're going to see some tests. You know what? Honestly, looking at this, did you guys know the Texans have been competitive throughout the season? I didn't know that. I've kind of just been ripping on the Texans because I kind of just baked it into my expectation that, oh, their O-line sucks, so they're not going to win anything. And they started 0-3. But they are on a tear since then. And I think they've got an outside shot at these playoffs, 6-5. Watch out, Jags. If the Texans can go into Indy and beat Dan Jones, which is not impossible, if you can get to him in the backfield, you can win against Daniel Jones. Then they got in Kansas City, not a like instant lose game, right? They got a long week against Dan Jones. Then they got all week to practice on ice against an ice cold Chiefs team. And then it's cake. Cardinals aren't good. Sorry, Otis. Raiders aren't good. And Chargers, Philly M. Look, Philly, if you're new around here, I don't know your name, but if you're not, you know what's up. Why is Seattle so high when they haven't beaten any good teams? What do you mean they haven't beat? They beat the Rams. Or no, they didn't beat the Rams, but they've competed. They fought hard. They beat the Texans. We're going over how they're a good team. Are you from Texans? Texas Texans have no shot at the Super Bowl, even if you let them play 20 times in the playoffs. Texans have been decent for a while. You see, we're engaged in a dialogue here. Philly MM5196. I'm assuming Eagles, man. Which I'm not going to celebrate that. Davis Mills wouldn't lose those games. Yeah. Davis Mills is a game manager. Gale here should be pretenders. Come on. Can we acknowledge both the Broncos and Jags beat Chiefs by 3? They're basically the same tier. Hey. Basically. They're basically the same team. Get Trevor Lawrence against this Broncos defense. Let's see what happens. I missed a lot of chats, didn't I? You should do 32 tiers and call it a power ranking or something. I should just like scrap this whole thing. No one's gonna disagree with me on the whole the Raiders win yet. I mean, not in a minute, but you know, they play Shador this week, which is, like I said, America's game of the week. Colts should be Super Bowl or bust based on what they gave up for Gardner. That's a good point. I don't know why my dumbass thought you meant Gardner Minshew. I'm like, they traded for Gardner Minshew? A Sauce Gardner. You're right, honestly. They should be Super Bowl or bust. But they didn't play this week. I don't want to move them up. But if they win, sure, why not? Go Colts. Goff really missing Frank Ragnow and Ben Johnson this year. Yeah, no doubt. Goof. Cowboys going to beat the Lions. I missed some chats. Cowboys going to beat the Lions. Vice City's real off Scarface also had Ray Liotta as the main character. That's sick. Ray Liotta, rest in power. The only one should be on the top is the Pats. Disagree. I think the Rams are better than the Pats in a vacuum. But hey, fun fact: if one possession game to reverse, the Jags would have been 12-5, and the Chiefs would have been 5-12. Well, if we lived in that world, the Jags would be Super Bowl champs, and we'd all be happy. The NFC is so much better than the AFC this season. Agreed, but the AFC might be more interesting because the Eagles suck to watch. That's my thought. That's because the Cowboys are the team in Texas that would win the Super Bowl. Well, all right. Well, maybe not this year though, James. The Cowboys are good, but I don't like them. They're still kind of underperforming. Like, congrats, you beat the Raiders, but sure, they're in the same tier as the Steelers. Sure, why not? Give the Cowboys their flowers. You know, the AFC's asked when Colts and Patriots in the playoffs. This is not only Mermaid 2000. But they're good teams, though. They're good teams. The Colts have one of the best teams remove quarterback in NFL history. Nah, that's not true. But they're pretty good. The Colts are good. If Texans win wild card, they have a chance. They have a chance. Wild card's a 12.5 success rate. Well, that's higher than I expected, to be honest. That's a lot higher than I expected. Where'd you get that stat? Eagles are confusing. They play terrible but win, and so much drama that locker room must be all-time toxic. Oh, yeah. I refuse to put the Eagles in Super Bowl or bust. I won't do it. I won't do it. Screw them. The Broncos and the Eagles are the same team, by the way. They're literally the same team. Quarterback sucks. Their offense is terrible to watch, but their defense wins them games. Same thing. Whoever coming out of the NFC got an easy Super Bowl win. I don't agree with that. I don't inherently agree with that. I don't think any NFC team would be like, oh, well, we're going to destroy the Patriots, or oh, we're going to really bring belt to ass on the Bills, which again, the Bills got to move down. I don't know what I'm doing here. The Bills just lost. But they beat the Chiefs and the Tampa. And the Chiefs beat the Lions. Chiefs also beat the Ravens. Bills beat the Ravens. Also, you know what, guys? Honestly, the Ravens haven't earned it. They're good, I guess. The Ravens haven't earned it. Let's be honest. They haven't earned it. 56 Super Bowls, 11 winners in the wild card. 7 of those. Oh, shoot. That's a good point, Mohammed. That's a good point. I didn't know the math lined up like that. All right. I guess that makes sense. Blake's upset. I'm having fun. But I said it. I call it. They're the same team. Quarterback sucks. I mean it, man. That Bo Nix, Jalen Hurts, same guy, basically. Rams in their Super Bowl win plus Stafford MVP creates a lot of fun storylines. The season with this much chaos and bound to be followed by a chaotic offseason. Oh, for sure. The Falcons are going to do something crazy. Falcons are going to get involved. They're going to be like, oh, geez, we got to trade back for a first-round pick. Falcons should trade their next 5 first-rounders for the Giants. Get themselves a QB. And give the Giants some room to work. What would it take for the Falcons to trade into the first round? Probably a 2, right? That'd probably be easier. Just trade a 2 and then, you know, first rounder next year. But then they're in the same problem they have right now. I don't know. Falcons are in trouble. I hate trading your first round pick and not being good. Such a high risk. Eagles offense sucked, and we still beat one of the best schedules: KC, Tampa, Minnesota, Rams. Look, the Eagles are good. I just don't like watching them. Straight up. Eagles are good. Their offense sucks, and their quarterback is a loser. Hunter, what was your preseason Super Bowl matchup, and what is it now? How much does it change since your initial prediction? Wow, I like that question, Lorenzo. I definitely had the Ravens in. I wanted to say it was Ravens Bucks, maybe. Ravens Lions. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I'm sure we could pull it on a stream somewhere, but Ravens something. But now, honestly, if I had to say a Super Bowl pick, that's a good question. Jags. I'd probably say, I really do hope it's like some random team. You know what? You can book it right now today. This is not going to happen, but I want some video proof if it does. You asked me my Super Bowl prediction, I'll tell you. Give me 2 teams. Give me the Colts and give me the Seahawks. I want a Dan Jones, Sam Darnold Super Bowl. Give it to us, man. Let's do it. Super Bowl prediction. Colts, Seahawks. You want some? Some people are saying they want Rams, Patriots. That would be fun. Interesting. But Seahawks, Colts? Can't get a better storyline than that. I would also love for a team to win first Super Bowl in franchise history, which out of the teams that are seriously contending is Bills, Lions, and that's it. Basically, Panthers, I guess. If the Panthers got in, that would be hilarious. That'd be so fun. But yeah, Falcons gonna re-sign Kirko long term, yeah. But yeah, what are your guys' Super Bowl predictions? That sounds like one of the worst Super Bowls. What do you mean? Bo Nix, Jalen Hurts, Zach Wilson, they're basically the same thing except Wilson's the youngest. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Gail. You sound like you have emotional damage. You might be a Rams fan or a KC fan. I'm a Giants fan, Philly. By the way, welcome to these streams. We stream after every primetime game. Drop a like if you haven't already, and subscribe. I never ask you guys to subscribe. Subscribe. If any of you watch the stream consistently and aren't subscribed, what the hell? Make sure you're subscribed. But yeah, that sounds like one of the worst Super Bowls. No, that sounds fun. What do you mean? Has there ever been a trade for a player and a first-round pick instead of the first-round pick turning out positive? It was a positive for a team that gained the player. Yeah, it happens all the time. Like, I feel like it happens all the time. Damn, there got to be countless examples of that, Muhammad. I'm sure. It wouldn't make sense, but like, because usually a first-round pick's not that valuable. For example, Titans trading the Eagles, AJ Brown for a first-round pick. Eagles won that one in a landslide. Who else? But it kind of goes both ways. It's like Giants traded Odell for a first, a third, and I want to say Jabril Peppers, which I'm still mad about the trade. Giants probably won it, but I'm still mad. So there you go. You forgot Jags. They haven't won a Super Bowl, even though they would have won in 2017 because Miles Jack wasn't down. Yeah, I wasn't really counting the Jags as for real contenders, but yeah, sure, Gail. If the Jags do it, we'll have some fun. This will be the best stream. If the Jags win the Super Bowl, I have full intention to stream during the Super Bowl. If the Jags win, man, I would be really happy. That would be epic. That would be the most epic Super Bowl win in a long time. We haven't had like an epic like journey yet. It's just a bunch of lamos winning, like that stupid Eagles or the Chiefs or who else. The Rams was kind of cool, I guess. That 2021 playoffs was a lot of fun. But I mean, like, it's all these number 1 seeds who had like no friction going into the Super Bowl. It's like, wow, great. Congratulations, Jalen Hurts. Set hut. It's not that hard. Anyways, Khalil Mack, another good example. Yeah. Rams, Chiefs. Don't care for that take, Blake. Pats, Eagles, or Pats, Rams. Wow, confident in those Pats, Mohammed. Rams, Chiefs, man, book it. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Paul George trade was 9/11 for the league. Makes sense now. You only beat the Eagles like once every 5 years, too, if you're lucky. Thank you for giving us a top 3 running back in the NFL. I'm so glad you said that. Philly MM. Just once again, going to show how classy Eagles fans are. You guys could literally win a Super Bowl and still chirp us. Hey, thanks for giving you a top 3 running back. First of all, top 3 when? This season? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him get in space. I haven't seen him be good this year. He's been awful. You guys overpaid him. You guys overpaid in the offseason for Saquon Barkley. He hasn't been good. We all know it. We've all been watching the games, right? Give you Saquon Barkley. We let a running back walk. He wasn't working on our team. I'm glad he won you guys a Super Bowl. Sick. But if there wasn't a great offensive line that holds on every single play, then we wouldn't see Saquon Barkley with that great of a season. We wouldn't see an Eagles Super Bowl championship because God knows Blake and Philly MM5196 know that if you put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands, you lose the game. This is crazy cope. I do not care. Congratulations, Eagles fans. You won a Super Bowl, and it's still not enough to just curb the need to chirp. To just curb the need. Congratulations. Your quarterback's a cornball, your wide receiver hates your team, and you overpaid your running back. Well done. Whoa. It's been a minute since I've had like a crash out like that. Welcome to the stream, Philly. You really got me. Anyways, Brady said Panthers and snubbed the Jags. That's true. I did say Panthers. I just missed them. They're in their own tier. Oh, man. Anyways, offensive line have injuries on it. If you don't think he's top 3, you're smoking. I don't think he's top 3. I guess I'm smoking. Crack. Got him going. Not so hot take. Tush push should be a thing, but they don't have to. But they have to start calling false starts. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Eagles always hold. They do. They hold on every play. Lane Johnson is a Hall of Fame holder. He is literally Hall of Fame. That's what people always say. Yeah, because it's true. That's true. Went to the Super Bowl with Miles Sanders and fumbled. Is tonight going to be a rip on the Eagles night? Is that what tonight is? Gail, what the hell? Where's my support here? Gail, where's my support? Oh, man. Listen, we got the tier. Come on, green screen, work with me. We got the tiers up here. As you can see, Jalen Hurts is not like near. He's ahead of Dak. Okay, he's ahead of Dak. Congratulations, Jalen Hurts. But yeah, he's in the top 10, I suppose, by default. Jared, I got to move Daniel Jones up Hunna's Hill. I already regret it. Oh man, Hunna crash out, clip that chat. Maybe the Giants can get a Super Bowl back 2080. Yeah, we have a quarterback that can actually throw the ball down the field. Talking about Super Bowl 2080. Yeah, I'm sure. Super Bowl in 2080. New coach, I swear to God. And then Jalen Hurts' contract is going to start costing the Eagles money. It's going to be so sweet having to build their offense and build their team around that cornball. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. AJ Brown, Kevin Patullo. Put Kevin Patullo at head coach. How about that? Let's look into that, Eagles. You guys want to give us anybody that's ass like Barkley? How about James Bradbury? How about that? You guys want James Bradbury? Oh, wait, you got him. And he sucks. What about Jahan Dotson? You got him. He sucks. Must be nice being able to hide talent behind all the other picks you've stockpiled. But everyone caught up. Everyone caught up. Congratulations, Eagles. You won a Super Bowl. And the Eagles fans are still miserable. Oh, man. Not mad. I want to get off stream. I'm mad now. You guys are making me crash out. I'm mad. Congratulations, Philly MM. You joined and got me all upset. You happy? You joined a very positive, uplifting stream. He was not the same team they were last year. Hurts will have to make plays, and well, he can't do that. There's Gale. Do you believe in Dart as an actual franchise guy, or is he just a fresh breath of fresh air? Jackson Dart is good. Jackson Dart is good. I don't want to crown him like, I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, Jackson Dart is perfect. He'll never make a mistake. His development is on a perfect trajectory. It's like, no, he's going to be on his second head coach. Our wide receivers are still a little thin, even with Neighbors on the way back. Our offense in general is a little thin, but I do think this, right? In order to develop a young quarterback, you need a good offensive protection on the offensive line and stable coaching. We don't have the latter, but we probably have the former. Our Giants offensive line has been sneaky good this year. Not like the Eagles, because they don't, whatever, sure. Wow, the Eagles, wow, so great. Congratulations, tush push. But in general, I think the Giants offensive line's been good, and I think Jackson Dart will continue to develop. He's a raw prospect, so to speak, and he's already looked this good out the gate. I'm sure he'll keep improving. Got a good vibe. So it's a mix of both. Breath of fresh air, but also like the tape looks good. He could work on his deep accuracy. And, you know, what rookie quarterback couldn't, you know, doesn't need to work on their decision making. But in general, I'm excited about Jackson Dart. It's not just a bit. I think he's really good. But again, I don't want to overreact because the Giants break my heart every turn. No pick, no proof. Pull up the PFF grades of the Eagles. Or wait, gonna win another Super Bowl. This defense better than even the Super Bowl defense. Yeah, except they can't score. Can't even beat the Eagles when we get 10 points, 16 points. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see, man. Let's see you guys against a playoff team. Davis Mills better than CJ Stroud. No, let's not do that. Anyone? Hank's here. What's up, Hank? And Jeff's here as well. Pull up the PFF grades. No proof. Let's look it up. Let's pull up the PFF grades. We got it going. PFF.com. I got to sign in. Don't tell me I have to. Oh wait, no, I'm in. Cool. Yeah. By the way, don't get PFF. This is such a waste of money. This was so stupid. Okay. Pass block, right? Who are the best pass blocking? Yeah, look at this. 7th. Look at this. Sneaky good. 7th in pass blocking grade. Run blocking grade's not as strong. Not going to lie to you guys. Run blocking grade, we're down in the 18s. But pass block, done. 7. And again, it's more complex than just PFF grades. Giants are 2-9, by the way. They're Giants 2-9 with a good offensive line. Wow. Jeez. That's a shame. Whatever. Overall, by the way, best team scoring in PFF: Rams, Seahawks, Lions, Packers. Yeah, right. I'm going to skip number 5. Giants are down to 29. I don't know how that average came about. Giants must really be tanking in some spots on defense. Yeah, second worst run defense. Wow, the Bengals, man, they just cannot get away from this. Pass rush. Where's this Giants patented pass rush? Not too bad, actually, grade-wise. But again, you know, Giants blow. We know this, but good run grade, too. Good run grade. Who would have thought? A lot of stats lie to people. Yeah, well, I'm not getting into this. Starting my Falcons should draft Haynes King agenda and use him as our off-brand Josh Allen. How about trade for Taysom Hill? So crazy, just might work. Who do you think is going to take that trash quarterback that was adopted by the Manning family? The Saints, probably. Nola boy. Saints or hell, maybe give him to Atlanta. Again, Arch Manning's not going to come out this year, so mocking Arch Manning right now is like very difficult. Who knows? We don't know who's going to take a quarterback this offseason. Probably a lot of teams, and we'll see who kind of stumbles into Arch Manning, if he even is a first-round pick. Rams are a better team. That game was an absolute robbery. They choked against the Broncos since Hurts can't move the ball and they got blown up by the Giants. No Super Bowl team gets blown up by the Giants. That's a great point, Gale. That's a great point. It's stunning if he doesn't have the right brining and development. I like that, brining. Upbringing. I'm such a dumbass. Upbringing. I'm like brining, like a brisket. I like that now. Upbringing and development. He could develop into a could've. He needs improvement drastically. I don't know. Needs improvement drastically. He's getting better every week. What do you, he needs improvement? He's improving. He needs improvement. His growth is completely stagnated. No, it hasn't. He was concussed. Arch Manning's not going to the draft. He's been piping hot ass where it can't lead a team top 5 at the playoffs. Agreed. Lost that slide. People look at Dak's great numbers until you get to like November. I'm not going to sit here and defend Dak as a playoff quarterback. I'm not going to sit here and do that. I agree that stats can be misleading, but what I'm saying is the Eagles' eye test sucks. If you've watched an Eagles game, you know they're boring to watch and their offense is terrible. Those are both two true things. Boring to watch, offense is terrible. So if they win on the back of their defense and defense alone, it's like, great. Congratulations, Eagles. But don't sit here and tell me that Jalen Hurts is awesome and that this team is great and Saquon Barkley's a top 3 running back when the offense can barely get in the end zone. Can't have it both ways. Can't be like, our defense is so good we don't need people to score, but also have a good offense. It's like, no, you don't have the luxury. It's just the way it is. Your offense can't score. So if your defense doesn't have a great game, which we've seen this season, defenses are up and down like roller coasters. You can't bank on that in the playoffs. This isn't college. And the Eagles defense is not like the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens or the Legion of Boom. They're not that good, okay? They're not that good. I think everyone else is just bad. I think it's too early to make predictions. It's not even Thanksgiving, and injuries can be handed out like welfare to a lot of players. Christmas is like peak time to start forming opinions. No, we're forming opinions now, damn it. We're through 3/4 of the season at the end of this week. Think about that. We're in week 12 already, fellas. Now is the time. Have your hot takes. Let me know. I think there's more quarterbacks that should stay instead of coming out in this next draft. Agreed. A lot of quarterbacks need development. Look, Sam Levitt, watch out. Remember the name. When is the Josh Allen at high school going to die? Lose almost every time they play KC. Now to the Dolphins. Now lost to the Texans. Again, hey, Josh is, he's moving. If we did this list again, Josh would move down. He's been very unimpressive these last few weeks. Let's be honest. 6 touchdowns last week, though, is something. It is something. Leave it to a Philly fans to piss on the quarterback in Texas that isn't even declaring for the draft until 2027. Trying to be the first to shit talk. Fun to watch when all they do is win as a Philly fan. Yeah, Go Sixers. Dak is about as clutch as Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, no, Dak can't win a big game. We know this. Can't wait to play the Cowboys this week. So trash. Again, enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. Not even going to bat an eye. I love Cowboy fans. Always see them cry. We got James in here, but most Cowboy fans are brutal. I'll give you that one. So you're ready for Myles Garrett to break the sack record this year? If he does, sacks are so, I don't know, sparing. And again, Myles Garrett, between the Patriots game and last week, he has 9 sacks across 2 games. It's very impressive, but I don't know if it's sustainable. So we'll see. We'll see. I like with Myles Garrett, it's a we'll see, right? He has 15 sacks in week 12, which is crazy. I would love to see him break the record in 16, just as like I don't need an extra game. I'm on the Browns. And it would suck because that's a Giants record. And Brian Burns is right behind him. Imagine Brian Burns just gets 7 sacks out of nowhere and breaks the sack record. A man can dream. Were Patriots fans this insufferable during our reign? No. No Patriots fans or any fans could match Philly fans. And that's fine. I'm not a basketball fan, but how about let's go last time they had a good team was early 90s. Not an NBA fan, but how about let's go New York Knicks? Well, there you go. Talk about a fun team to root for. I'm just saying, you said being a Philly fan is nice. I'm like, other than the Eagles, what is there? Congratulations. Congratulations, man. The Eagles are, they're good. They won a Super Bowl. Congratulations to Philly. NBA sucks, especially now. I paid a 500 different streaming services just to watch the local team. Agreed. The NBA. This is not an NBA channel. I agree with that. If Myles Garrett breaks the sack record, does he win MVP? Myles Garrett could have 35 sacks. He will not win MVP. Myles Garrett could double the sack record and won't win MVP. It's just not a thing they're going to give to a pass rusher on a team that's losing games. If he's so valuable, the Browns wouldn't have 2 wins. Just saying. Of course, they're about to have 3. I told them, bust out my AP. Perfect timing. Come on, Shador. Dallas Mavs were a great team in 2011 and 06. I don't know where that came from, but yes, they were. Shouldn't need to have cable and 500 streaming services to watch games. Okay, now it's something we can all agree on. Philly MM5196 comes in here hot. It's something we can all agree on. Maybe you're not so bad after all. No, I'm kidding. But, we're all having fun here. We're all having a football dialogue. But yeah, man, I agree. It sucks. It sucks. Where the hell's Hay? Hay's another Eagles fan, quote unquote. And he's, always got something to say. But yeah, no. So these are our power rankings. Here at PFF. If anyone wants me to sort anything or screenshot something, here's PFF. Any info you need, because I feel like I'm not really using this subscription to the most of its abilities because it's just kind of a waste of money. Shocker, Raiders are the 32nd worst team. So there you go. Anyone holding their breath for the Raiders? When you laid down for that boy, you hurt me, Brett. You hurt me, Brett. You gave Mike Strahan the sack record. You gave it to him. You hurt me, Brett. You definitely weren't going to get that sack anyway. You slid down and I want my sack back. I want my sack back, Brett. That's my favorite video ever. It's never going to not get a laugh out of me. How's Embiid doing, man? Still Tristan. Anyways, Gale's going off. Jags fan Gale is going off. Oh, man. But yeah, Texans Bills was a great game. That's nice having good games. Is that too much to ask for, NFL? Good primetime games? There hasn't been a good Sunday night game since the Cowboys Packers. There literally hasn't been a good one. So, I mean, hopefully Rams Bucks can be interesting. This should be fun. Hopefully Tampa doesn't get stomped, by the way. We got to do our picks. Oh my God, we got to do our picks. Shoot. Do they have the PFF guaranteed Josh Allen fall off a map? Well, PFF doesn't really account for actual football. It's analytics. You didn't hear? Come on, green screen. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's do our picks just to engage more dialogue here. Yeah, sure, Kevin Hart, whatever you say. Also, I'm not sponsored with DraftKings, so, not a betting channel, just saying. Anyways, okay. It's coming in hot. Okay. Really quick, have we closed? Nobody talks shit to Knicks, especially a Phillies fan. Nobody talks shit to the New York Knicks. How come the Giants can't get their respect? Oh, that's right, they suck. Will Anderson's a monster. Oh, yeah, Will Anderson's sick, dude. He's awesome. He's one of those guys, I don't know how many sacks he has. I want my sack back, Will. I don't know how many sacks Will Anderson has, but he is very good. He gets to the quarterback well. It feels like he's always involved. He almost got that pick at the end of the game. He's just good, man. Alabama edge rusher, and I'm sure Houston's very glad they moved back up for him. Good. That's an example of a first-round pick working out for the team that traded up. See, it's simple. Oh, geez, I'm going to get copywritten. I was so, like, caught off by the allure of James Cook. But, yeah, did Will Anderson have any sacks? Yeah, 2.5. Jesus. 2.5, 2 TFLs, and a pass defense. Come on. 3 QB hits. I guess TFLs and sacks are the same thing. But, and a pass defense, man. Come on. Come on, man. And I'd hope you have 2.5 sacks. They had 8 tonight. I'm glad. Happy to see it. My worst draft takes of all time was Will Anderson, Aiden Hutchinson wouldn't be game changers. You played the odds and it still didn't work out in your favor, Mahi. That's a shame. Knicks look good this year. Cat and Brunson are pulling the weight as a Celtics fan. Game recognizes game. I'm not going to like heavily follow basketball until after Christmas, or maybe until after NFL season, honestly. So yeah, free money balance. Yeah, you see? All right, here we go. You ready for this? Philly man, you're new to this stream. So we're doing Hunna's picks. People always give me grief about this. I say I'm an idiot. I don't care. I'm always right. Okay, here we go. Hunna's picks. I've been saying this all season. The Giants could be 0-16. I'm picking them in week 17. I'm taking them in the spread here. Do I recommend you bet this game? Of course not. This is the kind of game the Lions win by 40. Okay, the Lions love to pour it on bad teams, and the Giants are, you guessed it, a bad team. There's nothing any Philly fan or any fan of a different organization could tell me. No fan hates the Giants more than Giants fans, myself included. So yeah, as Celtics fans, I don't want to watch ball until the anomaly is back. What, until Wembanyama is back? Rain is here. Basketball can wait until after football's done. Exactly. Don't know why people enjoy the NBA. It's so ass. Everybody flops. You know what? I think the flopping thing's a little bit overblown, but the game is definitely worse to watch these days. Flopping is a bit, I don't know. It's a bit of a, I don't know. Fouls are lower than normal. So, you know, it's a loaded topic, but again, not a basketball stream. Helps not running themselves to death anymore and have an actual bench. Also, can someone explain why Jaylen Brown still tries to the spray on hairline? Just quit it. Well, it's the funny bit. Jaylen Brown doesn't care. He's too smart. He's Berkeley educated. He's smarter than everybody. NBA is soft as hell. Tatum. Oh, God. The Green Mamba. Miss me with that shit. I'm good. Titans Seahawks. You know what? The Titans have yet to steer me wrong. They have a sneaky good defense. This spread feels adequate, but 13.5 at home, no thanks. If you can get this game at 14, take this bet. I do not have a hard-on for bad teams. However, I do think the Titans are going to cover 13.5. A lot of sports have shit comps. If I'm spending like $100K in 6 months, I want good comps. If I'm spending money, I agree. MIT educated. No, he went to Berkeley. Okay. Pats Bengals. I'm not going to keep taking underdogs. And that ends here. Going Pats. Done. Pats to cover by a touchdown. I think that's kind of free. These games are not going to be very close, to be honest with you. Jets Ravens. You know what? Back on the underdog train. Look, Tyrod Taylor's not going to give this game away. The Ravens still look like they're not a full-fledged contender. Jets spread. We are going honestly, I'll tell you, man, betting the underdog with the spread, just do that parlay straight this week would not be a bad idea, to be honest with you, other than the Giants, maybe. Not a bad idea. Okay, anyone fighting me on these? I think this is fair. Have to love Tatum, my Duke brother, man. If he ever gets out of Boston, I'll love him even more. You guys. Don't we all agree Tatum's a cornball? Anyway, Colts. Actually, that word's reserved for Jalen Hurts, honestly. Whatever. Colts Chiefs. This feels like a trap, right? I think it's funny how the Chiefs are, according to Vegas, a better team than the Colts. They have an implied half-point edge on the Colts. I don't want to pick this game. I really don't. I don't want to pick this game, man. What are we going to do? Colts, Chiefs. The Chiefs are so tough, and I love Dan Jones. Chiefs. I picked the wrong one. Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs. It feels like a trap, and I'm done falling in these traps. I'm done. Tyrod might not give the game away, but he's not moving the ball. Ravens over for sure. No thanks. 13.5 is way too much. Everybody shoot like Stephen Curry, even if they're trash. Why are you taking 40 shots when you're 40 feet out when you're not Steph Curry? Maybe you can put 1,500 on and take the Lions minus 21 points. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. There you go, Philly. Way to let us know. Cornwall players are some of the best. They put on the uniform, play the game, call it a day. I don't know, man. Tatum's in a league of his own a corny, though. I'm going Chiefs. Okay. If Chiefs beat the Colts, can we start putting respect on the Jags? Yeah, sure. Why not? I've already put respect on the Jags. Cornball players equal ethical hoopers. Come on now. Drop a like if you haven't already. Vikings, Packers. I'm going with my gut here. Vikings. I don't know why. I don't want to answer questions. I don't know why I'm picking the Vikings. It's an underdog week. I honestly just want to pick every underdog, to be honest with you. It's an underdog week. Yeah. Sure, man. Sure. I don't know why. I think Nine's going to put on a divisional matchup. I think he's one of those players that'll have a good week and a bad week, a good week and a bad week, kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. And Nine will figure it out. I'm convinced the vibes are way too low right now for Nine to just give up. He meditates, guys. He's good. No way I'd ever trust the Jets with any type of money, even if you give them like 28 points. Well, the good thing is I'm not putting actual money on this. But I do think in a world where I have no skin in the game, I think the Jets can cover 13.5 with Tyrod, especially against a Ravens team that just is not elite like we would expect. Steelers, Bears. Going Bears. Rain is here, I think. We got Levi, who come in here every now and again. I'm going Bears. I think the Steelers defense is good and bad at the same time. I don't want to watch them play. I think the Bears are going to do well. They're going to be able to run the ball. I think they're going to be able to throw the ball. As long as Caleb Williams doesn't turn it over, I think the Bears will win because the Steelers' offense is very underwhelming. That being said, the Bears could lose by a lot. But we are going Bears right now at home. Why not? KC Dynasty is dead. Well, I mean, I don't know about that. It's very possible they could still win this year. I won't rest until we know for sure it's not going to be Eagles-Chiefs again. The worst possible Super Bowl. Steelers Bears could be a fun game. It could be a fun game. It could be the worst game we've ever seen in our lives, but it could be fun. I agree. Thinking about putting money on them for the Super Bowl, but the odds were shit last time. It was only like 10 to 1. Yeah, it's betting futures sucks. It really sucks. Even if you get it right, the payout's like nothing. Jags Cardinals. Going Jags. I think 3 points is a little low, to be honest with you. I think 3 points is a little low. I think this is free. In fact, this might be my Gale bias talking, but I honestly think the Jags will win this game by a healthy margin. I think 3 points is crazy. I think this might be my lock of the week. Just might be. Browns plus 3.5 against the Raiders. Should I talk more about Jags Cardinals, or do we all agree? Aaron Rodgers is injured as well for the Steelers. Great point. I feel like the offense might be better with Mason Rudolph, but that's something that remains to be seen. I don't want to, it's conjecture, but we all agree on Jags Cardinals, right? I wouldn't say it's dead. Patriots didn't win all their Super Bowls back-to-back. Exactly. Patriots took a hefty break and lost a couple of the Giants. Green Bay suck all that talent for a reason. Yeah. Green Bay is a disaster. I mean, Jordan Love, another game manager. He's in the meh. He's in the same tier as Jacoby Brissett and Bryce Young. That's where I'm at with. This is not a Jordan Love defending channel. Green Bay have no dogs on the team. Agreed. Jags on top. All right, we're rolling with Jags Cardinals. I like it. Browns Raiders. Sorry, Otis. Taking the Browns. Bust out my AP, perfect timing. Do I actually believe the Browns are going to win? No. Do I think that the Raiders, there's probably a better bet? Yes. But I'm going to be going Browns. Since I'm not actually betting this, I'm going to be going Browns. The over-under is 35. The over-under is 35.5, man. Wow. That is low. That's one of the lowest over-unders I've ever seen, especially in an indoor game. I think this might be, correct me if I'm wrong, please someone tell me. I'm sure you guys I doubt anyone would know. If the 35.5 is gotta be one of the lowest amounts in an indoor non-weather affected game. Wow. That is a number. Depends on what Jacoby Brissett we're gonna get. Very true. But I'm still rolling Jags. It would be hella funny. I'm going Browns. I honestly, if I were being serious though, if I were being serious on this, like, you know, which I'm supposed to be, but I think if I were a betting man in a betting state, here's what I would do, right? I would do Jags, Raiders, Eagles, not to spoil my next pick, but Eagles, and then, this is a little trickier. I don't care for this game. And then just toss this game. I would bet these three in the afternoon. Parlay. Jags, Raiders, Eagles. Spread. And live with it. I think those are free. But I'm picking Browns for Shador. Against my will, gonna pick the stupid Eagles. Why not? I can't. -3 seems a little low. I hope they lose, but who cares? Gotta go. Remember, perfect timing. There's Hank. Perfect timing. Hank, should I pick the Falcons or the Saints? We got American Dragons in here, and he's pretty low on the Falcons. I don't know, man. The Penix list, Kirk Cousins Falcons, or the Tyler Shuck Saints coming off a bye at home. We're going Saints. We're going Saints. Coming off a bye at home is enough to give him some respect. Doesn't matter because Trevor Lawrence is a top 9 quarterback and Brissett's a backup. Exactly. Trevor's, where it stands right now, he's actually top 8 on my list, which is crazy. But yeah, that's the world we live in. Trevor Lawrence, 8th best quarterback in the NFL. And Jackson Dart's a top 10 guy. Suck it, Jared Goff. Anyways, Bucks Rams, you know, I really want to think the Bucks are going to compete in this one. I really, really, really do. But we don't live in that world. I think the Rams are going to beat them by a hefty margin. SNF games have been super lame. Bet the favorite at home. Easy. Panthers, Niners. Panthers, free. Done. Panthers, love that team. 7 points is a lot. It was like the shit bowl in Las Vegas, Cleveland. Well, yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. It's gonna be the last game we win until November. Well, okay, so we got a little Falcons love. I like it. What did I miss anything? The Browns defense is gonna is gonna feast on the Raiders, and Myles Garrett's gonna have a field day. Hey man, Max Crosby. Ugh. Max Crosby's worth noting, but in general, no, I'm with you. 2 trash ass teams. Oh man. But no, I actually feel pretty good about these picks. You take away the Giants, I feel pretty good. Bucks hurt. Bucks too hurt, man. It's too bad they're not competing until Godwin and Bucky are fully back. Very true. I think Bucky's gonna play though. I'm pretty sure Bucky's gonna play. Oh man, I'm thirsty. Pretty sure Bucky's gonna play, fellas. But yeah, these are the picks. Let me just grab some screenshots really quick, and then we'll do something else. Cover those pretty easy. This was not like a tough week of picks, to be honest with you. Who's on bye, by the way? I actually don't know who's on bye. Interesting. Obviously, the Browns aren't. Go Shador, but I'm trying to figure out who else. Okay, done. Screenshots have been made. So now I got my picks locked in, registered. They'll be right here. Oh. They'll be right here. So we'll move that. But for now, that's what we got. Largest of a stadium similar to Saints, Raiders, Falcons. 61 for the Saints. Saints won that game. Wait, what? 61? Largest of a stadium 61? You lost me, Mohammed. Talking about low over-unders. And the low over-under here is 35. 35 and a half, which is nuts. Or even lower. Or was it something? Was it lower? 35 and a half. No, that was it. You could make them into one team and they probably still couldn't get to the playoffs if you started the season over. The Browns and the Raiders? Maybe. Well, they still wouldn't have a quarterback, so that's true. Sure, Sanders' first game was as bad as stats showed because there was a lot of plays with no receivers open. You know, I didn't sit and watch the tape, but 4 for 16, 2 sacks, and a pick is not... It's not good. It's not good. No matter what, it's not sneaky good, sneaky better than people think. No, man, that's not a good game. I didn't watch every down. I watched a lot of his throws, though. He takes way too long to process and throw the ball, but hey, I'm glad we're seeing him. The stadium erupted. It It was rolling. It was over 61. So I think that's the highest over under, I believe, Muhammad. 61 is a lot. Jesus. I'm talking the lowest over under. The lowest over under in an indoor game. You don't have to pull it up if you don't want to, Muhammad. I'm just saying, like, you know, that was the question we posed. Highest in a stadium like the Raiders. Yeah, but the lowest. Parlay it like flush your money down the toilet. I think that's free. What? I picked the Eagles. What do you mean? Jags Raiders. Simple. Pick the favorites in the afternoon window. Or the late afternoon window. Brian Baldy broke down Shador tape. He looked better than I thought watching it live. I hope he proves us right, because he's gonna have a full week of practice with the starters. Okay, he's gonna have a full week of practice with the first team. He's gonna be playing a Raiders defense that, you know, is good, but they're gonna be on the field a lot. That's for sure. And anything could happen. Hell, the Browns might put up 50. Who knows? But the over under is 35.5, and I really hope Shador puts on and wins. I might start him in fantasy. I just might. 61's crazy for the NFL. Most of the time, dumb money take over. Yeah. 61 is nuts, though. That is crazy as an over-under line. Richard going with Bucky. They're saying he might be out even longer, I think. Really? Well, let's look that up. Shoot. Are you kidding me? Really? I thought he was practicing. Bro, that sucks, man. Isn't going to be back anytime soon. Wow. So this is like a Christian McCaffrey thing almost. 218. I'm not so sure Bucky's going to be back this weekend based on something I heard when we were in Philadelphia. I'll tell you off the air what I heard. I want to be careful. It underscores the very real existence of inside information. It's something that probably shouldn't be out, but I don't think he's going to be back anytime soon. It definitely is more information than what's available on the injury report. Not going to watch the clip because, wow. Not going to watch the clip because I don't want to get copywritten, but this news clearly broke. Controversy arises. Ominous report surfaces. Bucky Irving not playing against the Rams. Wow. So he's confirmed out. Are you serious? Well, fire up Sean Tucker, I guess. Man. What did Todd Bowles say? Of course, we got to watch the video. All right, then we're not doing it. Rondé Barber essentially said the same thing about Bucky. 61 is crazy for the NFL. Unless you get Randy Moss, the Patriots team is dumb 95% of the time for 61 points. Well, yeah, that's why the line is so crazy. But agreed. That is crazy. JoeBucksFan.com. I like this website. This is old school internet. I like this. Joe is advised of a non-football injury issue tied to Bucky Irving, and Joe did a lot of digging to find the truth. Who the hell's Joe? Who's Joe? Is that like a buddy? Who's Joe? After a lot of homework, Joe was satisfied that a direct answer that explained Bucky Irving's injury issues in the rearview mirror no longer was affecting his football life. Nothing sinister or anything that called into Irving's character into question. Case closed. That was 3 weeks ago. Joe didn't write anything about it in this space. Talk about who the fuck? Who's Joe? Oh, Joe Bucks fan. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Who's Joe? Joe Bucks fan. Yeah, like who the hell's Joe? So clearly Joe knew about something. He didn't write anything about in this space or talk publicly. But today, Florio and Pro Football Talk said there's a non-injury issue tied to Bucky, or non-injury issue tied to Bucky. That's part of the reason he's not expected to play. What do you mean non-injury issue? What do you mean? Joe has no idea what's happening currently. It could be a revival of what Joe learned last month or something completely different. Perhaps most disturbing, Florio says he doesn't think Bucky will be back anytime soon. Bucky's icon already reported Irving will not play Sunday. Shoulder and ankle. But if it's non-injury, what could it be? What? Gambling? Imagine. Oh my God. Imagine Bucky Irving gets got for gambling. That would suck. That would open a whole can of worms. One of the few things the NFL has is saying that, no, they're not gambling like the NBA. Dude, if Bucky gets got gambling, sounds like some mental health stuff. Yeah. Jeez. This goes deep. I'm pacing around the room. Not literally, of course. But I'm sitting here. I don't know. Bucky was posting weird Instagram captions. Well, let's check it out. Shoot, that's why we're here, aren't it? Ain't it? Let me make sure I don't put anyone on my Instagram on blast real quick. I'd hate to. Let me take down the OnlyFans models. Let me look at this. Bucky 2X. I'm assuming what? Mike? Oh, okay. Philippians 4:13. Not familiar with that verse. Okay. So there's Mike Jordan sitting on the side, kind of sad, you know, that clip. Thank you, Lord. I'll continue to follow your journey at 4:49 a.m. Okay, sure, if you say so, Bucky. Thank you, Lord. I'm here. I never imagined this. Funny lead picture for that caption, but sure, I guess. This doesn't seem like a guy that's depressed. But again, you never know. You never know. I'm here to serve others. God gave his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. There you go. Huh. The hell's going on with this guy? Oh shit, Paramore. Yeah, exactly. Non-football injury issue sounds like mental or off-the-field player doing dumb stuff. So yeah, gambling. Like, gambling is my guess, which would suck. That would suck, dude. That would be really bad for everyone involved. Because, you know, God knows gambling's not going anywhere, and that's fine. But again, in that case, I have Hendo, Kyron, Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker. Who's the odd man staying out on the bench? If Josh Jacobs doesn't play, I still would probably rather have Sean Tucker. To be honest with you, you might just want to sit Hendo. You can't sit Hendo against the Bengals, but I would probably sit Emmanuel Wilson, even with Josh Jacobs. You just don't know what you're going to get with that run game. You just don't. I think he's a great ad, and I think you have a lot of running back depth, Mahi. And if it were any other team, I'd say fire up Emmanuel Wilson. But sure, give Sean Tucker the look. He's sick. Seeking like Michael Wilson this week. Good pick. Good place. Michael Wilson. Close I found was 45.5. Titans, Ravens. Team slightly favored to lose. Titans, and they did. It was similar stadium like the Raiders. Wow. 45.5 is the lowest. Yeah. All right. We'll take it, Mohammed. I don't know if that's all that accurate, but we'll take it. Thank you for looking that up, Mohammed. You don't got to keep looking it up. It's that's what I'm saying. I'm like, no one knows. It's got to be impossible to find that stat. Lowest over under total. But hey, Buckingham retires to follow the Lord. He does what he's got to do, man. Also, someone confirmed CD and Pickens without drunk in Vegas Sunday night. That's exactly what happened. And Brian Shaw and I just want to talk and be like, guys, can you like not? I know we're playing the Raiders, but come on. I definitely think they're going to start trying to regulate betting because it's getting pretty bad. Oh yeah, it's getting bad. If Bucky gets got, it's going to be really bad. It's going to be like a big story because then people are going to be like, my fantasy team lost. Fuck, you mean I did find the status accurate? That's not it, Mohammed. That's not. There's no way the lowest over under in a dome is 45.5. I bet we could find one this week that's below 45.5. I like how there's a whole Shadur Sanders. Okay, games in a dome. Let's look. 45.5 in a dome. God, no teams have domes. 47.5 in a dome. Where else? 47.5 in a dome. Where else? Jeez. Come on. 42.5, but that's outdoors. 43.5, but that's in Miami. 46.5 in a dome. 39.5 outdoors. 43, okay, outdoors. 42.5 right here. Right here in a dome. In a dome, Muhammad. Texans have a dome. Saints, Chargers. So this is in a dome. So 42.5. So there you go. Proof's in the pudding. Giants, Pats. This is going to be a really great one. Waiting all day for Monday night. I cannot wait for that game. Jeez. Yes. Giants get to play prime time and everyone can text me how terrible they are. Yes. I think people would not be dumb to get drunk knowing what happened like a few years ago. What, with Henry Ruggs or just... It's not 45.5. You said 45.5. Closest I found was 45.5. He's in drunk drive like the last idiot. Yeah, exactly. You never know what's going to happen, man. You got to be careful out there. But again, that's the beauty of Vegas. You don't have to drunk drive. You can just like go to your hotel and walking distance. Imagine being like on the Vegas Strip and seeing a drunk George Pickens. Like imagine that. Like George Pickens after a night of partying and gambling. And I've said this before on stream too. Kudos to them, man. People go to Vegas and like, you know, have a good time, man. If I had money and went to Vegas, dude, that would be sick. What do you mean, bro? Dart versus May, it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. I just hate watching the Giants. I'm mad. They hurt me. I want my sack back. But there's no better feeling in life than being at a hot craps table. And I feel like George, there's this like meme I saw. It's like The Hangover. But it like, you know, edits like George and CD Lamb's face on The Hangover people. It's like, yeah, dude, Vegas. I hate domes. No football team should have a dome. Football is meant for outside. Agree, but... These rich owners love their domes. They love having control over the weather. That's control things that you can't. That's what rich people love doing. So I'm with you. I think all teams should play outdoor, but I'm also glad there are some domes. Domes are nice. They're fun to go to. 2 thumbs up for domes. 2 thumbs out for outdoor stadiums. 2 thumbs down for any publicly funded stadiums, though. So most of them. That's where I draw the line. But yeah, fellas. Bucky Irving, that's crazy, though. We made our picks. I only hate watching the defense this year. The offense has been good enough. I agree. This team... Jarvis is such a positive Giants fan. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here like, oh, I hate this team and I hate everything about it. I'm giving up. Not even giving up. I'm just sick of the hoopla, you know? Come on, green screen. Work with me, damn it. Anyways, so yeah, that's the Bucky Irving update. Is there anything else going on in the NFL right now? Shador? Let's see what Shador's up to. Let's see what the dialogue is on Shador. Okay, let's see. Well, Miss Universe is happening, I guess. Proof Bucko. Whoa. I know you guys don't tune into the stream to watch me just scroll Twitter, but this is interesting. I just want to see if any football thing's trending. Biden's trending, Joe Brady's trending, and yeah, not a bunch else. Yeah, some politics stuff, I'm sure, so we'll just leave it. But yeah, I've been you as a Giants fan. I just feel better now that we have a QB. Trust me, last year I was you. Yeah, okay, well that makes me feel better. It's, you know what it is, Jarv? It's the fact that I had hope for this team. I was all the way bought in on this team. I had Russ as my wallpaper the entire offseason for him to just suck. I was saying I want Brian Daboll to have another 2 years, and he coached his way out of a job this season. And I thought the defense was going to be amazing. They said it's going to be a race to the quarterback. We suck. So I think that's why. So I'm disappointed. Normally I can go into a Giants season being like, we suck. Who cares? It is what it is. But now that we have the offensive line, we have the quarterback, and we still can't win games, even though we should have a defense and we should have had a good coach. That's what gets me, I think, more than anything. I thought we would talk Scarface. Can we? Is there anything? Let me pull up a picture of Scarface then, instead of looking at Bucky Irving. My name's Tony Montana. Yeah, top 5 best narco movies of all time. I'm sure. Yeah, look at Scarface. What's it got? Wow, 79 on Rotten Tomatoes. A little lower than I expected. Wow, okay. But yeah, we'll talk about Scarface. But fuck outside football. It's only cool when it snows. Rain games. Rain games do suck, but you know, whatever. First time I was playing craps at the table, 30K on the dice. The guy on the dice was killing it. Nothing better. Nothing better. Getting a hot dice roller, I'm telling you. Nothing better. I don't know why some people have faith in this kid like he's Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson was ass and not athletic. What? Dart? Oh, Shador. I don't think any like serious football analyst is comparing Shador Sanders to Lamar Jackson. Candace knew this year would be rough because of the schedule, but once you started Dart, I got hope. That is one thing. The Giants have like kept it close with a lot of good teams. They've gotten kicked in the teeth by the schedule, that's for sure. Next year, brighter days should be ahead. We Fit song goes hard. I'll take it. Let's go. Is there so much to talk about in it? No way Hector Salamanca is in Scarface. Oh, yeah, he is. He plays a pretty big role. Yeah, Hector's in it. Yeah. Yeah, he's the hitman. Yeah. And he's just a prick in this one, too. Yeah, no. So here's what I think about Scarface, right? It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. It does not need to be. Not a lot of story is told in the 2 hours and 45 minutes, okay? He has a crazy amount of credits. Yeah, look, it's very tough to buy into Tony Montana's character. And like, if you haven't seen it, this is pretty much all you need to know. He gets upset and he snorts a lot of coke. And then that's it. It's kind of I'll tell you what, it's a worth watching. That's what I'll say about this movie. And I don't say that about every movie, because I'm kind of the mindset that there's no such thing as a bad movie, unless a movie that's made with the soul, some corporation doing some nonsense like Lightyear, where it's like the only point of this was to like sell tickets, and they didn't even do that well. They were just pandering. But most movies are pretty good because there's a lot of love and effort that goes into a movie. I'm not gonna sit here and say Scarface is a bad movie. I just didn't love it, but it was worth watching. Hell, I've seen these clips. I kind of want to watch it again and see if I missed something. Like, I kind of want to see if I missed something. Because it is nice to kind of relive these moments of just being like, you know, it's very 80s. It's very 80s. Watching this movie feels like going in a time machine to 1983. And I think that's kind of cool. That being said, not to spoil or anything, this guy doesn't make it. I don't care for the scene where they kill this guy. I didn't like the scene. Didn't really understand it at all. Watched it twice. Still didn't get it. It's literally the rise and fall of a drug lord in under 3 hours. The one-liners are great. The monologues really pull the weight. Yeah, but but they didn't really say the rise. It's like, oh, he's rich. There you go. Problem solved. Oh, and then the fall, he dies. Wow. What a riveting story. The shootout at the end was cool. It did stick the landing well. I will say that. I haven't seen it. That movie is crazy. If you haven't seen it, that is crazy. Must not be a movie fan. I'm actually a film major. So there you go. First time I watched it was last night. I've started it before. I could just never finish it. But yeah, I graduated film major. So there you go. And I watched Scarface for the first time. And if you haven't seen that movie, age 25 or more, probably just hates watching movies sitting down for a couple hours. Well, you know, I hit that threshold. I'm 23, so there you go. But I can see someone not watching Scarface. I couldn't picture genuinely, and I don't know if Rain is still here or not. I couldn't picture a woman sitting down and watching Scarface by herself. That seems like it sucks. This is very much a guy movie. Push it to the limit, you know, like get yours, get your money, man, collect. Al Pacino. You want a piece of me? You got you know, all that. That's the wrong movie. That's the wrong movie. But saying take it easy is fun. Hey, take it easy. You should watch Paid in Full. All right. But this movie doesn't suck. Let's see. Curveball. Thought this would be like another mob movie, but sure, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I have not heard of a lot of these actors. Cameron, yeah, I haven't heard of a lot of these actors. Shoot, man, came out a couple months after I was born. Shoot, I guess I came at the right time. Shoot, man, I can check it out. What is it on? Prime to rent? TV, okay. All right, sure, why not? Paid in Full. Interesting, okay. Everyone does have a more prominent than the original. She's more developed. What about the chainsaw scene? The chainsaw scene was interesting, but it wasn't like a real like needle mover for me. Wish you best of luck. Maybe you can make something that not dog shit like 98% of the stuff Hollywood makes. I'm the worst film major. I have no intention of making movies. I should have stayed in journalism, but whatever. The school I transferred to didn't have a journalism major. I consider myself much more oriented towards journalism and graphic and just overall marketing, graphic design, video editing, all that stuff. I have no interest in writing a movie. It would be cool, but like it's not something that I can't write that great of a script. I just can't, and that's fine. I can own that. I'd rather write a YouTube script. Who knows? Maybe my videos will become film grade at this point, since AI is doing everything in Hollywood anyways. Cam is a rapper. Yeah, I figured that. Hunnaball's favorite movie is clearly 50 Shades of Grey. We're just waiting for the admission. Is 50... Okay, this is going to sound like I'm deflecting. Is 50 Shades of Grey worth watching? Like, I'm worried to Google this, to be honest with you. If 50 Shades of Grey with Dakota Johnson worth watching? Has anybody in here actually seen this movie? Again, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I've never seen it. I genuinely haven't seen it, right? I'll watch it. I'll watch it, man. I watched Brokeback Mountain. I thought it was a Western. They told me it was a Western. You aren't going to write the little... Oh, my God. That's hilarious. The Little Bengals. That's hilarious. That's funny. Finally. A title that makes sense. No, 50 Shades is not worth watching. Okay. All right. I got 25, so I wasn't really banking on it. But yeah. I'm shocked it did that low. I thought this movie did numbers. I'm sure it did numbers in the box office, but it didn't do well. Yeah, wait, hold on. Where's the box office? Why do they not show box office there anymore? Let's see. How'd this movie do? Yeah, man! 600 worldwide. The budget was $40 million. It's one big porno. I've seen it. Unless you're watching it with a woman, no point to watch it. All right, I need a night alone to watch it. You know, more relaxed. Yeah, seriously. Oh man, no man. Look. All right, so it's the kind of thing you watch with a lady, and you know you get it in, so to speak. All right, well shoot, I haven't seen it. I'd rather watch Moneyball. Be like, have you seen Moneyball? I did something stupid, by the way, guys. I did something dumb. I realized it's super small, but I want to bring it up. When I was with that girl, which Philly fans knew around here, when I was with that girl last weekend, right, we were watching Birdman. Great movie if you haven't seen it. And Prime gives me the option to buy the movie for $0. And my dumb ass is like, sign me up. I bought it. I bought a movie. I didn't realize that I had Amazon credits on my account. So I just burnt through some Amazon credits to buy a movie I didn't even want. So that was a bit of a bummer, waking up and realizing what I had done. But whatever. Life goes on. Another movie I just watched, which I'm not going to spoil it, so don't worry if you haven't seen it, but The Truman Show, what a film. You want to talk about better than Scarface? This was a great film. This was crazy. And you know, I kind of knew the gist before I saw it. Like, I had seen this scene. I knew that he was on a show and whatnot. But man, even knowing what's going to happen, the movie was still super interesting. The way they stuck to it, the way they stuck the landing, it was a crazy watch. I had a lot of fun with this film, genuinely. Every fake ad, yeah, good movie. Perfect date movie, 2 Girls, 1 Cup. There you go, Gail. Always showing your classiness in different ways. The movie is literally 15 times worse than The Notebook. At least The Notebook was a good movie, and the dude was creepy as hell. Haven't seen it. Did well enough to get a trilogy. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Purple. I don't know. Truman Show's like the film bro starter pack. Truman Show may have changed my life. Wow. Wow. I mean, shoot. I liked it. Changed my life. Yeah, God, it was definitely an interesting watch. It's something I've been waiting to see for a while. God, good movie. Really good movie. It's my favorite movie, scenic, probably 100 times in my life. Wow. Wow. I didn't put it on my letterbox. I really liked it. I had no issues with it. Paced well, interesting story, characters, you know, everything was good. Acting was solid. You know what though? From a pure, just like, if I lived in this world, right? Didn't care for the wife. Didn't care for Laura Linney or whatever. Meryl. Didn't care for her. I know you're not supposed to like her, but I didn't care for her. Just saying. Yeah, that's my mini take on it. I thought the movie was good though. Good movie, The Notebook, but I always thought the story was kind of weird. Some weird ass dude talking about he was going to go off himself if this chip doesn't go on a date with him. I don't know what the hell the story of The Notebook is. I know it's like a big chick flick. I feel like a better chick flick like women like is Good Will Hunting. I know people love that movie. That's a great film. Boston. There you go. I love it, but if one more unemployed friend says, let's escape the Matrix, bro, I'm going to lose it. That is kind of the thing. It's like, it is kind of cringe. It's like, oh, we're all on the Truman Show. It's like, let's reel it in a little bit. We're watching football, you know? It is a crazy thought, though. What if it's all fake? What if everything around you is just designed to sell you more products? It's like, oh, wait, that's exactly what happens. Getting hyper socialistic here. Fun fact, there's at least 200 people yearly that are convinced they're in the Truman Show situation after watching the movie. Crazy stuff. I don't know. I mean, how do you prove that fact? I believe you. But if you get on the green ever again, the Friday trilogy is fun AF. Dude, I've seen it. I've seen the first two. I've seen Friday and then I've seen Next Friday. I haven't seen the last one, but Friday is hilarious. I watched that while I was smoking, so don't worry. I feel like Laura Linney's the only wife you're supposed to dislike in media she's in. What else is Laura Linney in? Laura Linney. What else is she in? Yeah, she definitely has that, like, face. Love Actually. I forget who she is in Love Actually, but I'm sure. God, I haven't seen these movies. I'm not going to lie. I haven't seen The Exorcism of Emily Rose. TMNT. Shoot, didn't know she was in that one. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these. I'll tell you, man. I also haven't seen Ozark, so I know it blows, but, you know, I'm sorry. Big C. I know it's like cum. Anyway. What other movies? Well, it's on Netflix. Anyone got a good movie rec for Netflix? I just signed into a buddy's Netflix. Shout out Blake. I was shitting on his quarterback not that long ago. Ozark is a Breaking Bad light, but I still love it. Hate her in Ozark so much. Okay. Really? Okay. Yeah, I should watch Ozark. I haven't seen it. Here it's good stuff though. I love drug stories. They're just interesting to me. Scarface, I guess. Maybe I should rewatch Scarface and reform my opinion. I really appreciate it. What else? Would not say Good Will Hunting is a chick flick, but it's a fantastic movie. Chick flick is wrong. I shouldn't have said chick flick. I mean, it's a chick flick in the sense of like women appreciate Good Will Hunting. Chick flick. But it's definitely a really great movie. I guess chick flick is a little reductive. You're right. It's a little reductive, but it is a great movie. I love Good Will Hunting. That's not because, oh, women like it. Yeah. Like, no, I really like Good Will Hunting. I'm not trying to knock on it. We already know life is a fake simulation. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning not in the NFL anymore. Colts and Patriots are good. Yeah, time is a flat circle. Good Will Hunting's like the depressed girl in college. Favorite movie. Robin Williams, Ellen Smith's like a match made. Annoying bitch that breaks your heart and dates a close friend. Well, there you go, Muhammad. Let's not let's get personal now. I suppose Ozark, that shit stinks. One of the biggest trash I've watched in years. Really? Okay, then I won't watch it. Book it. Wow. Life is definitely fake simulation. KC Baltimore all could miss the playoffs. That makes it all a simulation. If you said that, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, the Bills and the Chiefs would miss the playoffs, I'd be like, yeah, what else? What else you got? I believe it. Bills suck. Bills have been bad for a while, but they've been really good the last like 5-6 years. So it's like, hey, give them Josh Allen, give him some respect. Okay. What else is on Netflix right now, though? I'm trying to think of like a hot movie to watch. You know what I mean? Let's just rewatch Scarface. She's on fire. I'm enjoying this movie talk, though. What's another... I'm trying to think of movies I've watched recently. I'm going to rewatch Big Lebowski for like the millionth time. That doesn't really count. But I will say, just to close on Scarface, I'll search it. I will say to close on Scarface, though. Interesting film. If you haven't seen it, it's not a must-see, but it is definitely worth at least knowing what happens. Which, all that happens is this, right here. This scene. There you go. Watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I've seen it. I've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I didn't really get it, though. I probably should watch it again. I didn't really get it the first time. And by the... I'll say this. I've seen The Godfather 1 and 2. I didn't watch the third one. I have seen The Godfather. I'm not going to say it's a bad movie. I'm also not going to sit here and do the Peter Griffin. It insists on itself. I'm not going to do that either. What I will say about The Godfather, it does not translate well to a 2025 watch. The Godfather is good when you're at your uncle's house and he only has VHS and you're too young to understand what good movies are, but you watch it and you're like, this is interesting. A lot of blood, a lot of crime, drama, and whatnot. The Godfather is good when you don't choose to watch it. If you stumble in midway through The Godfather, you will have a better time than if you're sitting there, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to watch The Godfather tonight. Because at that rate, you're bound to be disappointed. This is described as the best movie ever by some, LeBron James included. It got 100% on Metacritic. And I do not think that it is that great. It is good, but it doesn't translate well to modern cinema. I don't think that's a hot take. If someone disagrees, like, The Godfather is classic. I'm not going to say it's not classic, but it's not for me. And it's not for anybody that's watching a movie in the 21st century. There you go. Okay, what else? Watch Heat. Okay, I will watch Heat. Heat does sound good. Meet the Robinsons is a classic, kind of a curveball, but I like it. Then read the book for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. No thanks, personally. They don't make movies how they used to. That is true. That is true. I watched a whole video on it, which, you know, sure you can check out. Yeah, watch Heat, Mahi, right? Or No Country for Old Men. Seen No Country for Old Men. Really enjoyed that film. Really liked it. Great movie. Had a lot of fun. Godfather insists upon itself. On a watcher. I always hated The Godfather. Too damn long for no reason. Yeah, it's very slow. My mom loves the first few Godfathers, but I never sat down to watch it. I watched with my mom. Shout out Hannah Mom. I watched with her, and I actually like kind of fell asleep during the second one. I was like, all right, Mom, I get it. What bad movies do you like? Oh, I'll answer that question soon. I love when I like accidentally jump to the end of the chat. I always thought it was a super overrated franchise. Agreed. If you read the book for the first movie would hit different. Well, I'm not doing that. The extra media, I'm good. 2 is a lot of fun. Yeah, but without Don Corleone, it's like, what's the point? We don't listen to LeBron James in this chat. Well, that's not what I was gonna say. Not a bad movie, but I always thought it was super overrated, way too damn long. Best movie, my ass. Yes, agreed. All right, what bad movies do I like? I like you know what? It's a basic take, but Muhammad, you were there. When we watched Cars 2, I watched Cars 2 recently as an adult graduating from film school. Cars 2 holds up as a bad movie. It's fun. Spider-Man 3 is technically a bad movie. I enjoy it. Basically any Marvel movie, mind you, is like a pretty weak movie if you really draw it out. Bad movies that I enjoy. Yeah, here's a take I want to get. And I see Gail said something about Christopher Nolan, so I'll get to that in a second. But here's the thing I want to get. Has anybody seen this movie? Has anyone seen this movie? I cannot figure this movie out for the life of me. I can't figure it out. I've seen this movie like 7 or 8 times. Okay, Intergalactic. Don't know why. Morbius is great. Great pick. 3 is so overhated. Spider-Man 3 and X-Men Origins are up there for me. Morbius is good. I like Morbius. Has anybody seen this movie? Because I like it, but I've never like loved it, you know? 97 on Rotten Tomatoes is crazy. I don't think it's that good. I think a 7.4, a 3.8 is a little more on par. It's a little bit of a weird story. It's a stereotypical rom-com. It's animated well. I like it. I've seen it a bunch because it's low stakes. You know what's going to happen. It's a nice comfort movie. But if anybody has seen this movie, Intergalactic, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. There's like 5 to 6 good Marvel movies. Everything else is slop or just trash. I'm not going to disagree with that. It's 2025. We're allowed to hate on Marvel movies. Philly hasn't seen it. By the way, let me respond to Gail real quick. Show us any of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies or any Christopher Nolan movie, unless it's Tenet, you can rewatch when you're on the green. Oh, for sure. Christopher Nolan movies are the best. I just watched Inception for the first time, like within the last year. Loved that movie. I do think Interstellar is a little overrated. I think, is that a hot take? Interstellar is a little overrated. I really do. I think Interstellar is good, but it's not like, it's not this like 73. Yeah, that's about right. Actually, I can't believe that. That's actually a little lower than I thought. I'm not going to sit here and be like, Interstellar changed my life. It was good. It was a space movie. I don't care for space movies, quite frankly. They freak me out. They freak me out, man. Jaden Smith Karate Kid counts as a bad movie? It does. A bad movie you like? That's interesting. But it does count as a bad movie, that's for sure. Yes, it's a hot take. Definitely a hot take. Interstellar's mine. Wow, look at you guys saying it is a hot take. Look at that. I'm gonna disagree with you. It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Interstellar's a great movie. Liked Inception more. Yeah, Inception's way better. Interstellar just didn't do it for me. It's like, oh, Matthew McConaughey's sad and he leaves his daughter and, you know, he drives through a cornfield, but his daughter knew the whole time. It's like, you know, you want to talk about insisting on itself? My God. I just don't care for it. The sets are nice. The sets and effects are great, but that's not enough. Oppenheimer, by the way, smashes Interstellar. Oppenheimer's 20 times better than Interstellar. Maybe not the visuals, but other than that, Oppenheimer kicks ass of this movie. The characters are better, the story's paced better. It's just a better experience. Interstellar looks nice, but let's not get too over ourselves here. Interstellar is a great movie. Beauty of Interstellar. It's the soundtrack and the visuals. I guess I'm a story guy. I'm a story and a characters guy. Call me old fashioned, but sounds and visuals count. They're important. They don't completely move the needle for me, though. I don't fuck with space, man. Yeah, seriously. 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying is also a bad movie I enjoy. There you go. White Chicks, that's hardly a bad movie. It's just a silly movie, but that's a great one. Don't know why I thought of that. Better than like 80% of anything Hollywood made. Agreed. Obviously, Interstellar is better than most of what Hollywood makes these days, but I think in a vacuum, saying it's the vacuum of space, saying that Interstellar is like a great movie, I just think that's a bit rich. I don't know. Don't love the take. I'm definitely not taking Oppenheimer over Interstellar. Oh, I am easily. Matthew's best film is still Dazed and Confused. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Easily. I'm for sure. They're both are great. I'm glad we can agree on that. Maybe I need to revisit Interstellar. I've watched it, I think, twice, but both times were broken up. I didn't watch it like clear start to finish, but it felt like it was paced kind of slow. Like I just said, I don't love space. I'm just like American Dragon here. I don't like space. And I don't know, man. I never bought into it. I was like, they're moving around too much. Matt Damon's lost on the snow planet. I'm like, you know what, dude? I don't know. If you want to get a good space experience, don't watch Interstellar. Get on a gaming console and play yourself some Outer Wilds. There you go. That's how you get a good space experience without all the hoopla, without all the nonsense. I don't know, dude. I never watched Gravity. That movie always freaked me out. Dune 2 is a fantastic movie. Disney should have taken notes because Dune trilogy is going to smash Star Wars 789. Well, that's not a hot take. I actually haven't seen any of the Dune movies, so I will check them out. Eventually. I don't know when, but they're very slow. I tried starting Dune 1. I couldn't get through it. I'll probably get to it one day, but I couldn't buy in. I just couldn't buy in. I hate, you know what? I'm going to sound like a really weird critic. I don't care for space and I don't care for sand. So Star Wars 1, you'd think I'd hate that movie. I actually like it a decent amount. But like sand and space, dude, I don't care for them. I just don't. If it takes place on a sand planet, like Mad Max, didn't like it. That's not going to make people happy. A Mad Max Fury Road, one of the most overrated movies in my opinion. One of the most, I did not like it. I thought the story was dumb. It was like the effects were nice. The set was cool. But people talk about this movie like it's the greatest movie of all time. And I can't, dude. Mad Max Fury Road got a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, dude. I'm all right. No, thanks. Mad Max Fury Road. There it is. 2015 film. 8.1 on IMDb, 97 on Rotten Tomatoes. Didn't care for this movie. Sorry. Just the way it is. I refuse to watch any of the Dune films. I don't like the majority of space movies either. Okay, yeah, now we're talking. Dazed and Confused over Dallas Buyers Club. Yes, I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club, but Dazed and Confused is a perfect movie. One of my favorite movies is Escape from New York and Escape from LA. What are those? I haven't heard of those. Old 90s movies. Ooh. Kind of like the Weeknd song, Escape from LA. This place is never what it seems. Take me out, LA. I like this movie talk we're having, though. Who cares about sports? Let's talk movies. This is probably going to be a lot of what the off-season streams are like, by the way. It's going to be a lot of just talking about nonsense, but I'm always down for that. I didn't think Star Wars could get any worse until Disney bought the rights and found a way to make the movie franchise even worse. Here's what I'll say about Star Wars really quick. Because I haven't even seen what you guys are saying about what I said about Mad Max. I think Star Wars 7, 8 are better than Star Wars 1 and 2. So if you're keeping track at home, that is me saying Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi are better films, not better Star Wars movies, better films. Actually, no, scratch that. I had that backwards. They're better Star Wars movies than 1 and 2. Better films? Probably not. Better Star Wars movies? Yes. They're just better stories. They tell more impactful stories. Force Awakens is a complete ripoff of A New Hope, but whatever. I mean, Phantom Menace isn't really that different from A New Hope anyway. Big spaceship blows up, you know, this is pod racing and whatnot. Star Wars 1 is super boring, but at least something happens. And Star Wars 2 is one of the worst movies ever. Like, bar none. Bar none. Attack of the Clones is like one of my least favorite movies I've ever watched in my life. Genuinely. And I just said there's no such thing as a bad movie. Attack of the Clones. There you go. Alert, Hunter just got another concussion. No, I'm gonna stand by that. I'll stand by that. They're better stories. The Last Jedi is stupid, but at least it's an attempt at something. It's dumb as hell, but at least things happen. Here's a thought experiment. Think of what happens in Star Wars 1. Tell me the plot of Star Wars 1. The Phantom Menace. Tell me the plot of Phantom Menace. My eye's itching. Darth Maul fight scene is the greatest scene in film history. No, it's not. They should have attacked him. Bro, they barely took advantage of how it was two protagonists fighting one antagonist. They barely take advantage of that. The fact that Obi-Wan, not to get all like realistic, but the fact that Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon couldn't like blast this dude immediately is a joke. It's a joke. It's stupid. And the story doesn't reward us for getting here. Darth Maul was just in some random room. He wasn't even like a factor in the story. He was just hanging out. And they're like, well, I guess we gotta fight him now because George Lucas told us to. They had no reason to fight Darth Maul unless he started taking spaceships out of the sky. But Darth Maul doesn't have that kind of force power. He doesn't even know what's going on. He doesn't even know how to talk. Jar Jar Binks. Darth Jar Jar. Yeah, great character. He's funny to rip on, but watching him in a movie sucks. I can agree with you. I hate all Star Wars movies. All right, fair enough. Konicke's best movie is Dallas Buyers Club. His best acting performance is True Detective. Okay. I gotta watch Dallas Buyers Club. I never watched it because, you know, we hate the Cowboys, but hey. I always hated that movie, Mad Max. Don't know why people enjoy it. All right, Philly agrees with me. It's probably because I've never seen any Star Wars. The love of space never unlocked in my brain. Yeah. Star Wars is the thing you got to find when you're young, or else you're just never going to get into it. You don't like retroactively get back into Star Wars. Like, these movies are great. The escape movies are 80s movies by John Carpenter before he made his horror picks. Okay, shoot. A guy from prison that just needed to save the planet in the future. Wow. Shoot. All right, I'll give it a look. I think Star Wars Episode 3 is a beautiful movie, but I haven't watched the rest in full. Okay, so here's what I'll say. Star Wars 3, Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is a good movie. It is a good movie. It is a good Star Wars movie. It is also an overrated movie. People talk about Star Wars 3 like it was the best Star Wars. Couldn't disagree with you more, pal. Couldn't disagree with you more. It's probably the third best. I'd put it below Empire and put it below A New Hope. That's the order, by the way, in my book. And I put it right above Return of the Jedi. Bang. There you go. It's good. It's about AIDS Hunter, not the Cowboys. I figured that. I just, that's what I wasn't going to guess. I figured that. I figured it was about AIDS. Dallas Buyers Club. Of course. What else would it be about? Didn't know, honestly. Let's check that movie out. But yeah. So if you guys want to walk back my Star Wars prequel take, I'd be happy to defend it. I got into a huge fight with my buddy this one time. We were in a hike, and he's like, the world building in the prequels is really good. I'm like, that's not enough to carry a story, though. 5 is far and away the best. Far and away, sure. I like it. It's far and away the best. I think it's New Hope's pretty good, too. But I agree. Empire's great. Empire's the best sequel in film history. But I have seen the scene of Matthew McConaughey crying. Yeesh. I know he lost a ton of weight for this role, too. There he is. When in doubt, who are you going to call? Jared Leto. That's the only one. He's right. The man's right. Empire Strikes Back is clearly the best Star Wars. There's no debate. There's a debate. New Hope is worth noting. Like, you guys are really not giving New Hope much love, and I respect that, but I'm with you. I agree. Empire's better, but I think there's room for a debate. I think there's room. Like, New Hope's the original. It has the typical hero's journey, whereas Empire does not. And knowing, I forgot about best sequel ever, Terminator 2 still exists. Yeah. Yeah. It's the best sequel of all time. I haven't seen the Terminator movies, to be fair. In Gale's defense, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really speak to it too much. Drop a like if you haven't already. Oh boy. But anyways, chat. Those are my movie takes. Should I pull up my letterbox? Dare I? Here, I'm gonna do it. Let me see if I gotta sign in though really quick. Pull up my letterbox. See if there's any takes that I can get people riled up on. Come on, man. Sign in. Jeez, I have no idea what my letterbox account is, so stand by. Oh my god, that Google had it. Thank God. All right, we did it. Okay. Also, add me on Letterboxd if you want to see some real shit. If you want to see something real. Okay, here we go. So these are the movies that I've reviewed. Okay. This is Hunna Man. I've got 0 followers. And I've got 1 follower, actually. Let's go. I'm not following anyone, though. We don't follow other opinions around here. Okay. Karate Kid Legends. Didn't actually watch it. I bet you, homie, haven't even watched Shawshank. I have, actually. I've watched Shawshank. Great movie. I watched it in class once. Don't remember a lot from it, but it's a good movie. It was a while ago. Really long time. Watched it in high school. So, Karate Kid Legends. Didn't actually watch it. I was trying to tank the reviews because I bet on Polymarket that it would have bad reviews. Luke is a whiny bitch in New Hope. Pissed me off every time. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's like drug movies. You definitely watch Blow. Not the greatest movie, but definitely worth a watch. Blow is amazing. Really? Is that the one on Netflix? No, that's The Dirt. Never mind. All right, I'll check it out. Tried like 8 times to make a letterbox. Kind of just can't do it. It's tough to buy into it. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Nah, dude, this is the worst Disney movie ever made. Got an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, you see? This got 1 like. This is my proudest review. This movie isn't for everyone, but it's for me. 5 stars. Compliments to the chef. That got a like. I've got motion on Letterboxd. The last 2 suggestions I have for you are The Departed and Reservoir Dogs. I have been meaning to watch The Departed. And is Reservoir Dogs on Netflix? Where is Reservoir Dogs? I've been meaning to watch that movie. Challenger sucked, by the way. Devil Wears Prada. I don't even remember what my review was for that one. Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's a great one. Bad Boys series. Market Zero. Market Zero! Any Big Lebowski reference will be acknowledged. Toy Story, that's a 5. Come on. Incredibles, best Disney movie ever, for sure. Wicked, good if you're into musicals about witches. I'm so funny. 500 Days of Summer reminds me of an MCR song. I don't know what I was going with that one. But yeah, this is my letterbox. Feel free to, drop a like, comment. Hunna Man, that's me. Reservoir Dogs is my favorite. All right, I'll check it out. I'll add it to my watch list. Where do I add a film? Reservoir. Let's do it. Quentin Tarantino. Okay. So what is it? Okay, there it is. Cool. It's not anything. Oh, I also got to watch Burn, right? Burn. Is it 2019? Is this the one? And then, what was the other one? What else do we have? Blow. Okay. If I miss some, my bad. Burn, is that the one? Oh, I got to watch Dallas Buyers Club as well. Footman himself. It's not on anything. Blow. I got Blow. I liked it. Get into the Psych of Humans. Okay. All right. All right. Not mad at it. All right. We got Dallas Buyers Club. Heat. Heat. That's the one. It wasn't Burn. It was Heat. I'm a dumbass. It wasn't Burn. You don't need to watch Burn. I'm good. Unless you guys have seen Burn and thought it was worth. I was thinking of Heat. Okay. Is there anything else? It's like a must watch. The Departed. That's right. All right, I watched The Departed, even though I'm gonna watch The Departed for sure. I've tried watching. This is completely unrelated. I've tried watching Shutter Island like twice now. I can't get into it. I know it's good. I just can't get into it. For if you want a good story, Heat is gonna be life changing for you. I will check out Heat. I will check it out. I like how it looks. Is that Rob De Niro? Looks like it. Al Pacino, Rob De Niro. Val Kilmer. This is a hell of a cast. Damn. John Voight, Natalie Portman. Jeez. Amy Brenneman. Tom Sizemore. I don't know who all these people are. Tone Loc. Manchester by the Sea. Really sad movie. Really? All right, I'll check it out. Manchester by the Sea. I'm not really trying to get into a bad mood here. Also, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Not really related to this conversation, but I like it. Great film. He is a good dumb action movie. I thought it was a story. What? I thought it was like a hell of a story. De Niro, Kilmer, Vaught, Pacino, its peak. If you haven't seen it. All right, I'll watch Heat. What the hell's Manchester by the Sea all about? When did this movie come out? 2016. This fella, Casey Affleck, everyone's favorite. 4-1. You ever had a lump stuck in your throat for 2 hours? You couldn't help watch screen. Okay, all right. People on Letterboxd are so extra. That's a good choice you should pick. All right. Okay, it's more than a dumb action movie. Okay, fair enough. Then I'll take that at face value. I'll take that at face value. This is the updated Hunna Man Letterboxd. This is so funny. One of my favorite things about these live streams is just having these conversations, then having people like go through and just be like, oh, a sports channel, finally someone that can talk ball, and then they join. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen a lot of these movies. I'll watch The Departed though. Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is amazing. All right, getting a little less inspired by these, I'm not gonna lie. 1975, Jack Nicholson. Jesus. Departed cast also stacked. Well, that I believe. Leo, Matt, Boston crew. The Departed, yeah. I definitely want to check it out. Scorsese, come on. Thunderheart, I'm not. Is that the one with fucking KD? Sorry. Is that the one with KD? Or that's Thunderstruck. All right. Incredibly 71 Oscars, great Kilmer film. All right, I'm not a Kilmer guy. Let's not get me misconstrued. I'm not a Val Kilmer guy. All right, that's not what I was getting at. I went to that movie because we all knew who the snitch was, unless you were just mentally handicapped. Well, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh man, yeah. Keep the spoilers out of the chat. That wasn't a spoiler, but I'm just saying, rule. But okay, cool. I got my movie list updated. Damn. Well, shoot, guys. I never get that movie because unless you like, what's the movie? Since the beginning of the movie, Philly's doubling down on what he already said. It's a great movie. All right. Anyways, he was a copperist and his Usual Suspects is a great movie. Jesus, guys, a lot of bro cop movies, aren't we? A lot of crime, a lot of action. Anybody with an IQ above 80 Jesus. I like the dumb shit, guys. Like, you can see, like, my reviews have been, yeah, look at this. Got Home Alone 2, never seen it, didn't care for it. Oh, no, I have seen it, actually. This movie sucks. When Harry Met Sally, good film. Inception, good film. Cars 2, great film. Aladdin live action sucked. Pirates and Adventure with Scientists, great film. Like, we covered our bases here. Devil Wears Prada, like, we got Wall-E. Wall-E's good, a little overrated, but it's good. The Whale, never saw it, felt like I needed to review it. Venom, There Will Be Carnage, you know? The Last Shift, this is a good one. If you like small budget indie movies that don't go anywhere, this is the movie for you. This movie is okay. This movie is a 2.9. It has 2 fans. Like, this is a, yeah. This has 2 fans, and I'm one of them, damn it. Like. This movie's sick. 5-star from me. There's no snitch and heat. All right, Philly up there with Gale and Chris Brown. Where the hell's Chris been? Honestly, Chris has been ducking these streams because since he... Oh, no, he was in the last one, actually. He was talking about Joe Flacco. Yeah, never mind. Anytime Chris joins, it's like, Joe Flacco, MVP. It's like, yeah, Chris, all right. But anyways, guys, it's damn near 11 West. So 2 a.m. on the East Coast. It's getting late. I'm having fun. But, you know, we made our picks. We did our teams. And we will be back on Sunday for... We might marathon stream it. Are there any international games? If there are international games, we might do the marathon and stream top to bottom. I don't think there are any international games, though. Let's see. No international games. I think we're going to do the marathon, which is going to be 10 a.m. West. Obviously, 1 if you're on the East Coast. 10 a.m. through 1:25 through Sunday Night Football. Hell, I might stay on through all of Sunday night and get on for and then stay a straight 48-hour through Panthers Niners. Just kidding. No, I will not. We will probably marathon it from sun up to sundown and then some. It's going to be great. So here's the updated teams tier list. If you missed that part, Giants are at the bottom still. We suck. Whatever. There's no sit in heat. Yeah, departure. Huh. That makes sense. Yeah, easy fruit. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll figure out who the snitch is quick. Now I'm going to be looking out for it. But yeah, fellas. All right. Then it's getting late. I probably might have a date lined up on Saturday. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But Philly MM, don't know your name because YouTube just changed to handles. But, you know, welcome to the stream. Stream after every primetime game. And, you know, always happy to have you. Eagles fan and all. But yeah, so drop a like if you haven't already. This has been a fun stream. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves as I did myself. And yeah, Texans are better than we thought. And the Bills are not the instant contender we were all assuming they were. And I want to move them down, but you know, they beat the Bucs, they beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs beat the Lions. So by association, the Colts are going to the Super Bowl. That's my take. Anyways, you guys have a kick-ass Friday. Have a good night's rest. And you know where to find me on Sunday. I'm going to be working on a video. I don't know when it'll come out, but I'm working on a video. So hopefully that'll come out soon. And yeah. We're having fun. Muhammad said later, y'all. He calls the shots around here. Gonna be home this weekend for Thanksgiving break, so I'm gonna try and be there. Yeah. That's fair, Mahi. That's fair. Enjoy your time, man. Enjoy your time with family. Just stop by on after. Drop a comment or a like if you need to. But hey, man, you guys have a sick rest of your week. Enjoy Thanksgiving break if you're on it. And until then, I've been Hannah Ball.